Hi, chat. All right, good. Discord is up. They should be able to hear Jake and Kyle.
Oh, I'm gonna start recording too. So
Say
I don't
what up.
screw anything up. Which one of us?
Oh, Kyle's stream does come up. Yes. All right, I didn't fuck up the shit this time.
Very good, very good.
Fucking, yo, this one goes out to all you pussy ass heroin dealers. I'm coming for you, bitch. Oh yeah, I do need to do that, don't I? One last motherfucking time. Maybe it's just my luck.
Linkin Park.
Canuck. You say it's Frost Children time? Are you stupid?
It was Frost Children time a month ago.
Yeah, was that the last time you streamed?
Probably. It's been a while.
Damn.
I've been slacking.
All right, we got the boys.
Hello.
Here.
Chat, you know him, you love him. It's Big Jake. He's back after God knows how long of a hiatus from this stream.
The Last of Us Part 1 that you rage quit.
Was that the last time? Was that the last thing we played together? No, we had to have streamed. No, you had to have been there for like some of the Call of Duty streams or something, right?
Oh yeah, I was there for some of them, but I know I would me being on the camera was
Yes.
Last of Us.
That was definitely the last time. Dude, I'm surprised I didn't rage quit that game when I played it on my own.
Oh, you actually finished it?
Yeah, I finished it. I think I texted you when I did, and I was just like, damn, that was a great story. That game sucks.
Did you play the second one?
No, why the fuck would I do that? I didn't like the first one.
The gameplay in the second one is a lot cooler.
I have seen clips, and I'm like, it does seem like cool, but I've also heard the story's so much worse. But then again, everybody just likes to use their big word of narrative dissonance, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Who cares?
I thought the story in 2 was better than the story in 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to
everyone you've heard that from is just like internet consensus. The type of people who say whatever game you think of anything, it's better be like the people who say the prequels suck are the same people that say Last of Us 2 sucks.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I kind of get
I feel
that.
like a lot of it was just like a certain character died, and I feel like it just made like a narrative shift that like people wanted to follow.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything.
I-
Not that I'm sure most people know at this point.
I have had, and this is
that was the consensus.
This is
But
quite off
people said-
topic. However, I have always felt like the best way for them to do that would have been to just not say that Ellie and Joel are involved at all. This is spoilers for Last of Us Part 2, 5-year-old game that everybody spoiled in the first week because they were mad about.
And there's a TV show now, so you would.
Yeah, and there's a TV show now, which I didn't watch, but I heard it was good. Or at least I heard the first season was really good.
First season was good. Second season sucks.
Really? Oh, that sucks. That sucks
too
to
much
hear.
narrative dissonance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was really weird when like Neil Druckmann kept coming on screen and telling me to kill Palestinian children every 2 seconds. That kind of took me out of it, you know?
This part's getting cut before it goes on YouTube.
God, I love making Kyle's life hard.
There's always one, whether it's him telling Ronnie Radke to die or
He did
something with
poop.
Israel.
I took him on a walk.
Ronnie Radke?
No, Otto.
Oh.
Anyways, I feel like
Yeah, it's not coming through on my end.
the best way. Oh, you didn't join. You didn't accept my knock.
What do you mean?
You're not in the thing. You gotta
I
be
got it.
fucking kidding me. And then
Are you
mute yourself.
What's going on here? I left the collaboration? What do you mean?
Oh my god. It's like this guy never streams.
I don't, man. Every time I stream again, I forget exactly what I'm doing.
Exactly. Anyways, I feel like it would have been better for them to be like, yeah, like Ellie and Joel are not in this game at all. Or like don't actively say it, but like, hey, we're focusing on new characters. There's a lot of other shit going on in this world. We're gonna focus on this. And then like halfway through the game, you show up and you've just been talking about this whole time, like, oh yeah, I gotta go kill the guy that killed my parents. And like, I feel like Last of Us 1 enjoyers will be like, wait a minute. And then, they just kind of, halfway through the game, you just show up at the fucking camp, and then there's Ellie and Joel, and you're like, oh no, I have to kill the guy that I played as in the first game. I think that would have been sick as fuck. But instead,
So
they tried to be all cinematic about it and do that first, then play through half the game, flashback, play through the fucking backstory. At least that's what I heard.
That's what you just said is what they ended up doing in the show, and it's what I hated about the show.
Really?
Yeah. So
They
in
shot
the
you
game,
down
it
so
was
hard.
like they show up. Who the fuck just killed this guy? In the show, it was like, well, they didn't like leave anything about it. The season 2 of the show starts with Abby like burying her father, and like the first line she says like, "All right, I'm gonna go kill Joel now."
But like you should have hit it.
Yeah.
God. Yeah. I think you could have made for like a really cool reveal that would have gotten a lot of people's necks. Because everybody's going to be playing that game like, surely we're not about to go kill Joel, right? And then you can make him experience pain like all my favorite media does. Yeah. Anyways, Kyle, you want to do the intro?
Yeah, I'll do the intro. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Not Very Radio podcast. Today is May 4th, and we are talking about Linkin Park. So Paul and I have a very special guest.
Woo!
Hi.
It is
Jake.
Mr. Linkin Park himself. Oh, God, hold on.
Mr. Park.
Mr.
Jake.
Park, there we go.
Oh, I should have brought the stuffed pillow of my dog whose name was Lincoln. He dead now, but that's okay.
Oh.
I mean, it's not, but like, what are you gonna do?
Rip Lincoln, that was a real one.
My dog's in a diaper, so
That's also very true.
she's diped up.
My
The
dog
diaper's
was
got, like, a
crazy.
cute little skirt on it. So
Oh, that's cute.
yeah.
I did see that. D was like holding her up while we were playing battle golf the other night.
Yeah.
That was good. But yeah, welcome to Not Very Radio podcast, Music Mondays, whatever the hell you want to call it. We're talking about Linkin Park today, and I guess let's do. You got a minute to pitch it, Kyle? Because I got to look through Spotify real quick.
Do I? Oh, I think I do. I think it's going to be
How do I look at my history?
the when did oh my gosh, time is an illusion.
Oh, I
When
can
did
look this up
come
easier
out?
on my phone.
The My New Band Believe record, which is the name of the band, My New Band Believe. It is 1/3 of the band Black Midi after they split, Cameron Picton, and it's like a really cool, like it's basically like a progressive folk record, and it's really super cool, super rad. Got some really great songs on there. I think some of the longer songs are better just because I feel like they have more depth to them. And it's an album I still need to go back to more and listen to, but I've just kind of been slacking recently.
I definitely feel that. I feel like there's been so many records that I was catching up at the gym the other day, trying to listen to a bunch of EPs that I had missed out on. My pick is going to be, let's see here, An Exercise in Futility / An Old Song of Favor and Fear, which is a split between Actor Observer and God's Eyes. So it's basically 2 EPs that they mash together with a song featuring both of them in the middle to kind of transition things. And it's just really, really good. Like, I hadn't really listened to Actor Observer before, but like, it's like, I know I use this to describe basically any post-hardcore band, but it's like New Under Oath, I'd say. And then God's Eyes, like, No Business Is Played with God's Eyes. They're super cool dudes. They play kind of an Every Time I Die-ish sound. And it's just all around really solid. I was working out to it. I was having a great time.
I just want to point out that I thought my band was a mouthful, saying My New Band Believe, and then you came in here swinging with An Exercise in Futility / An Old Song of Favor and Fear by Actor Observer and God's Eyes, and I was like, oh,
Yeah, it's again,
you gotta write that one down for me.
it's a split, so it's like technically like 2 EPs with Means Well kind of connecting them, but I'm counting it as one thing.
No, that's fair.
And it might be my EP of the year so far. I don't remember what else has come out other than the Sugar Spine, which is also incredible. Jake, I don't know if you've listened to Sugar Spine yet, but you should.
I have not. I will check them out tonight. I've been going through the new Wage War EP. That's actually not bad. I listened to it as like I should probably know what this sounds like just to like keep up with it.
Yeah.
And then I ended up actually enjoying it.
I'll have to listen to that too, because I was like interested enough where I was like, you know what, I think I'll check it out. But all right, good to know. You got anything to pitch to us, Jake?
Honestly, between the Wage War EP and the Halsey Deluxe record, that's all I've been listening to the last week.
I didn't even know Halsey came out recently.
She put out a record maybe last year or the year before, and then she put out a deluxe record of it that had a couple new songs on it, and it was just like it reignited my love for the record again. So I've just been that's been going on.
Gotcha.
I vaguely remember this one.
Oh, so it like came out a couple years ago?
I think 2023 or 2024.
2024, yeah.
Interesting.
October 25th, so the end of 2024.
Okay. It's probably just, yeah.
Cool. It does like, it goes through like different eras of like just music. So she has a song for every era. She has like this like kind of 50s burlesque song, and then she'll have like a bunch of 80s songs. There's like a 90s grunge song on it. It's kind of sick.
Well, Jake, you're about to get me to listen to a Halsey album for the first time. I hope you're proud of yourself.
I am. It's a good one.
Listen, you telling me that concept? Yeah, gladly. Gladly will listen to that.
Are you guys in tune with the red button versus blue button discourse that's going on TikTok currently?
Oh, no.
No.
What the fuck does that mean, Kyle?
Essentially, it was like if you press the red button, you live, but everybody who presses the blue button dies unless more than 50% of people push the blue button. Then everybody lives. Do you push the red button or the blue button?
You push the fucking blue button. What?
So wait, if you press red button, but everybody else presses blue button, you die?
No, you live. If you press red button, you live no matter what. But if 50%, if more than 50% of people push the red button, then anybody who pushed blue dies.
But if
you push blue and 80% of the population pushed red, you die.
Okay.
I'm pushing blue.
But,
Hope Core.
Yeah.
I kind of figured that's what you guys would say. I was in blue button too, but there's like a lot of red pushers out there.
Yeah, those are called people from India who have Twitter Blue and need to farm impressions to pay their rent. That's what that is.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It was all over TikTok because everyone's like, well, if you're stupid enough to push the blue button, just don't push the blue button. If everybody pushed the red button, everyone lives. That's most people's argument.
Okay, I could kind of see that. Yeah, I guess it's like if everybody just presses red, like nothing happens.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
But also, then everybody has to press red, or else nothing happens. Or only 50% of people need to push blue, and nothing happens. So,
somebody pull up the "nothing ever happens" meme.
But anyway, it was just all over my TikTok when I got home, and I was curious if it did get over to you guys, or if it just somehow just consumed my page. Dude,
this is why I just don't fucking like. Yeah, I just don't scroll social media at this point. Like, I log on, I post my silly videos, and then I like will catch up on my DMs, and like that's it. I just have people curate my feed for me.
That's fair.
I finally was smart enough to be like, Jesse's probably sending all the same shit to Jake and I on TikTok. Let's just put it in a group. Save everybody a step. And then it's it's the Instagram one that's been nothing but Dave Mustaine memes. That shit's been killing me.
They're all so good.
Fucking somebody, like, I was stimming on it all week, and somebody heard me just go, "Watch it become a god." And they were like, "What?" And I was like, "It's a Megadeth song. We've been making fun of Megadeth." My uncle would be mad.
Did you hear their version of Ride the Lightning?
Version of Ride the Lightning?
The Megadeth album that just came out, their supposed last one, the last song on the record is Ride the Lightning, but Dave Mustaine was like, I'm going to put out the song that I wrote and not the one that Metallica stole from me.
Oh, okay. Is this the same... Is this the same album that has his fucking, like, "and I don't care if you don't like me" song?
I don't know, because I didn't listen to anything else off of it.
There was one that they were clowning on around the same time everybody was clowning on the guitarist from System of a Down's fucking, "and I'm sick of the left and I'm sick of the right." Fucking apolitical, centrist, spineless bitch shit.
You tell him.
Chat, can you tell I have alcohol in my system? I'm getting political.
Yeah, because he's definitely not this way normally, for sure.
Definitely not. Oh, it's just self-titled Megadeth. Ride the Lightning bonus track. I see. Oh, yeah, it is. I Don't Care by Megadeth. Yep. Hold on. Let me get you some lyrics, boys, because I'm not going to actually play this through. Okay. Half the lyrics are I Don't Care, if you were wondering.
Just like the Fall Out Boy song.
Yeah. Well, no, that's a good song. I don't care if I'm out of line. I don't care because this life is mine. I don't care if you don't like what I say. I don't care and I won't obey. This guy's like 60, right?
Well,
Sorry, I just had.
Let's find out.
I need to know. He's got to be above 60 at least. He was playing with Metallica in 1980.
He's 64.
Yep, there we go.
He sounds like he's one step closer to having a feature with Ronnie Radke.
And speaking of one step closer, let's talk about Linkin Park before we delay ourselves more. God, we should not have assembled the fucking Autism Avengers today.
Also, I do have my, if we're taking shots, I do have Bushmills with me.
Let's go.
So.
Yeah, chat. I know I say it every time, but today, if all three of us have something in the same category, we taking shots, baby. So let's hope.
All right, so while Jake's getting his, what order do we want to go in?
I was thinking
going in mine first.
Well, do we want to? That's something we got to decide, Kyle. We should have decided before we went live.
I was thinking me because technically it's your band turn, and then you go next, and then Jake tells us that we're both wrong. Is what I'm thinking.
I kind of like that.
Well, I'm already gonna say, like, I think you should probably pick a different drinking game. Because there's no way that we're gonna all three have the same one on the list, just because my opinions are that skewed with this band.
Maybe then do we do if you had no? Because that could be bad. I was gonna say if you match somebody, you and them have to drink. Other person's safe. But then I was like, oh, but somebody could be drinking like all 7 times if everything's that fucked up. Or all 8 times. Jesus. I say
we just stick with the...
I say if nothing is the same at all, we take a shot at the end. Like if we don't all 3 match on anything.
I'm down for that.
Are you doing that plus if we do match? Because like there is the shot.
Yeah, if we do match, we will all. If all 3 of us match, we'll take a shot. If we don't ever match the entire time, we'll take a shot to celebrate us being such individuals at the end.
Wait. Is that if none of us, not like me and you hypothetically, Paul, match, but Jake doesn't? Does that count for the shot at the end, or no? Just all 3 of us have to match?
I don't think that counts against the shot at the end. I think it's if
no matter what, we're gonna at least
we're taking one shot. Is what I'm saying here.
Cool.
All right. Jake, Kyle was proposing that we go least familiar to most familiar. So Kyle will give his pick. He'll tell us what album we're talking about and where he has it. And then I'll reveal where I have it. And then you reveal where you have it, which is the correct opinion.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. With that all out of the way.
The correct opinion, but like I feel educated.
You are our native expert.
Yeah.
All right.
We had who was it? Nick on, right? For
we had Nick for August Burns Red.
For that one.
He was like, I have not listened to this band since like Leveler, and I was like, that was a good place to jump off.
Well, I will say they don't sound any different than they did then.
Correct.
That's true.
That was.
They do have a new album coming out though soon.
That was why we didn't actually talk about the fucking albums at all in that episode. We were just dicking around the whole time because we were like, it all sounds the same.
We talked a little bit, but yeah, most statements were like vague generalizations about the band as a whole. But
yes. All right.
Anyway.
Anywho, chat. Kyle.
Let me transition on over here.
Yep.
And my least favorite Linkin Park record has got to be the One More Light one. Ooh.
Okay.
So
let me just check the notes real quick. Kyle, you sure you don't want to do partner drinking? Because I definitely have that as my last place as well.
Do you? No, we'll stick to all three.
All right, all three. Jake, is it also your last place?
It is my last place.
Let's go! Off the bat! Oh my god. Hold on, I gotta pull your guys' faces back up.
Wait, let me take my
Chat, we got the fucking Derringer shot glass.
I'm finally getting through all these miniatures that my mom got me for Christmas.
shout
Miniatures?
out to Mom.
Oh, the shooter bottles.
Thanks, Mom.
All right.
N64. I don't know if you can see it well. N64 logo
That's
and great.
that's beautiful.
Here we go.
All right. Cheers, boys. Bottoms up.
Cheers.
God, I love Captain
All
Morgan.
right. So do you want me to give my little takes on it first, then we can kind of cycle around?
Yeah. We'll cycle around in a circle.
All right. So yeah, I think ultimately, I think it just instrumentally it was at their weakest. I do think lyrically, and maybe it's just because instrumentally it was so much more stripped back that I did pay attention to the lyrics a bit more. I felt like the lyrics were pretty interesting a lot of the time, but a lot of it was just so like camp counselor pop with just really boring electronics. The only song I probably really enjoyed was like One More Light, obviously. But sorry, I'm reading my notes, and I just read my note for the song Invisible, which just said good show, bad animation, which is also is that Chester singing on Invisible, if you guys know, because it didn't sound like him.
Yeah. I don't think it might have been. Oh no, I think it was Mike.
Okay.
I think it is Shinoda because this came up on my way home today. Because I was also listening to like the shuffle playlist. I'm pretty sure it's Mike. Yeah.
Okay.
I also listened to this. I haven't listened to it since it came out until last night on my drive home.
Hell yeah.
Halfway Right, I think, was probably my least favorite of them all, because it felt like there was actually like a really interesting story. Like he's singing about like being so high he's waking up driving, and then he's just kind of like nah 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 at the end, and I was
Fucking-
like, what are we doing here?
Fucking
I was
Hey
like,
Jude
this is
ass.
Yeah, a really emotional song, and it just felt like there was like it just I think just what was going on instrumentally just kind of ruined anything lyrically. One More Light was incredible, though. I like the fact that they weren't trying to make it some big, huge pop song. Because I've heard it before, but it's been like a long time since I really listened. So I was like, oh, we're probably going to like build up and get the big Imagine Dragon drums in at some point. And we didn't. And I really kind of appreciated that for it. But yeah, ultimately I just had well-intentioned songs that lost their meaning through the writing and production of the album. Felt like the feeling of packaging real pain into something that is meant to only be heard, not listened to. That was kind of my, if that makes sense.
I think I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I echo a lot of the same things here, Kyle. Especially the fucking camp counselor lyricism. That was fucking digging into me the entire time I listened to this. I actually, admittedly, did this kind of listen a couple years ago, I think. Before From Zero was out and before they had done like the reunion and all that. But yeah, just like I like the song One More Light. Obviously like heavy. Like that song was a radio hit. I could hear it fucking at any time. But it feels more like a song that you would have like Chester featuring on rather than like, you know, a Linkin Park song. And when I think of it in that way, I kind of like it. I'm just like, yeah, you know, Chester hopped on this pop song, you know. Yeah, it's just like, you know, the beats are like fine enough, but I think the word I come up with is lame, and that's how I feel about the bottom two that I have. I'll reveal that other one later, but
Ooh.
I just feel like this album's just lame. Like the lyrics are lame, the production's nothing special. We have One More Light, which is a pretty good song, and then they have to fucking ruin it by having Sharp Edges right after it. Like, why was this not the closer? Like, I know I'm usually the one who talks about, like, album placement and shit, and I'm going to go entirely against my word later on in this, but, like, dude, you have the perfect closer in your fucking hands. Maybe it would have felt like too final at the time or something like that. But like I know that's why Fall Out Boy didn't close Foley with What a Catch, Donnie, because they were like, that would have felt like the band is breaking up forever. And like, sure, but like,
maybe they should have.
then you just go into fucking, then you just go into fucking bullshit. Like, I don't even know. It's like 2011 fucking Of Monsters and Men pop. Like, I don't. That's it's either that or Battle Symphony that's my least favorite on here. Like, I don't know. This one pissed me off.
I also gotta say one more thing real quick, which is just back to One More Light. The fact that Chester did not write it, kind of devastating. I was
really?
like, wow, is this song? I'm assuming the song was written for Chester potentially, and that just got I think it was Mike Shinoda and somebody else was the writers on.
Oh well, okay. Shinoda still wrote it.
Well, yeah. I'm not saying they didn't write it. I'm saying like I figured Chester might have wrote it, but the fact that it was probably written maybe for Chester potentially.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. Maybe not. I
don't know. But like, yeah, I don't know. Especially the lyricism pisses me off. Like, because as we'll get into later, I think this band has some of the best lyrics to ever fucking exist at certain points. And then we have this.
Yeah.
So, Jake, why do you like this one the least?
Oh yeah, no, I agree with everything that was said, and there's not a single thing I would add. I will say I am from the thought I don't think that there's a bad Linkin Park record, because I think every record tries to do like its own genre of music in a way. This one just like it feels like a product of the time. It feels like 2015 Tumblr. Linkin Park.
Dude, the album art and all, yeah.
And like I will say, the song "Sorry for Now," there's some really cool production stuff happening. Like there's like these reverse pianos and shit, and like a lot of the stuff in that, I went back and listened to it last night. I was like, oh wait, okay, that's kind of cool. But yeah, everything else about this record just felt like, for lack of a better word, Tumblr. And it was kind of just like, all right, well, listening to this almost 10 years later now is kind of heartbreaking that this is what happened. But like, I do think that some of the songs on the record had some good ideas, just the execution couldn't have been there. And truthfully, if they had just done different sounds, it probably would have been better. Like having the vocal chop tuned up 2 octaves of like the girl going like yeah or whatever that gets sprinkled in throughout, that like immediately dates something. Whereas
my everything else was Young and a Menace when I heard
that.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Young and Menace immediately.
It's like everything else in their discography I can listen to now and just be like, this is a Linkin Park record, and if you told me it came out between 2000 and 2026, I would have been like, yeah, that checks. But this one that was 2015 for sure.
Well, I think that's like the worst part is I feel like it has a very 2012 to 2015 sound, and it came out in 2017, and I was like, you guys did the sound that everybody was sick of right when we were probably sick of it the most.
They put this album out after the fucking Imagine Dragoning, as I'm going to start calling it, had already ended. Like, every band tried to be Imagine Dragons from like 2012 to 2015, and then they all figured out it wasn't working for anybody but Imagine Dragons, and then somehow Linkin Park didn't get that.
Come out?
Like 2011, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah, it was early, dude.
2012 to 2014.
Hold on.
2012.
2012? Oh, I could have swore Night Visions was 2011, but yeah. Yeah, little known fact, I like a lot of songs off that first Imagine Dragons record.
It's been a while since I went back to it, but I remember people not like hating it back then, and then all of a sudden I remember people kind of like turned on. Actually,
I'm seeing On Top of the World, and now I dislike this record again.
They did that song?
Yeah, they did. Like, because It's Time, It's Time is a much better version of that song, I would say.
Yeah,
Time is a great song.
Folky, I feel like it's not It's also been a long time since I heard that song. But.
They're gonna take my metalcore license away for saying that probably, but
no, I think Thunder is probably their worst song.
The Thunder.
But anyway, we're not talking about Imagine Dragons right now.
But we are talking about another band that did a Arcane song. That's what it was. Sorry, I was gonna say League of Legends, and I was like, that's not right.
I mean, it's half right.
Although I do think. Hold on, was Heavy as the Crown a League of Legends song, or was that an Arcane song?
I think it was League.
Thing.
Was it League?
It is the same thing.
It is the same thing, but it's different because I like Arcane.
Okay.
But I refuse to play League of Legends.
Do you refuse to play it because you've played it before, or you just won't get into it?
I refuse to play it because it's a MOBA, and I have disliked every MOBA I've played.
Got it.
Yeah, like I hated Smite, I hated Heroes of the Storm, and I never tried League or Dota, but I was just like, I don't like this format. I'm not doing it. All right. Well, with all that out of the way, Kyle, what's number 8 for you?
Yeah, number 8. 8? Oh my gosh, there's so many albums.
There
number
are.
8's gotta be From Zero.
Ooh.
All right.
Where did I have that? I know it's not 8, so we're safe this round. I had From Zero at... I did have it at number 5. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. Jake?
Question: did you put? All right, so I have different rankings for From Zero and the From Zero Deluxe Edition.
Oh, I did not. I actually don't think I've listened to that deluxe edition at all. Oh, hold on,
And
Chad.
I will remove the deluxe edition and we'll just do From Zero. I also had From Zero at number 7.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting. I am the From Zero enjoyer. Would you have had the deluxe edition higher?
Yes.
Okay. I'll have to go listen to that. Because again, I already like what's there. So I guess the extra tracks are like pretty good.
It only would have been up one more, but
okay.
I do like it better.
Okay.
So that would have been what? Up From the Bottom, Unshatter, and Let You Fade?
Yeah, all 3 bangers.
Okay, I'll have to listen to it. I was just like, deluxe edition. I get tired of them.
Yeah.
Well, it's so hard. You have to go back unless it's... that's why unless I really like the album, I typically don't go back to deluxe.
Here's the thing. I think... very off topic. I think Magdalena Bay's Mercurial World Deluxe Edition has ruined deluxe editions for me because of how good that one is.
Dude, I never went back and listened to Mercurial World. I'm a chump.
What?
Yeah, I didn't get into them until Imaginal Disc. And I never went
me
back.
either, but I went back.
I didn't. I told you I'm a chump.
Yeah. Jake, Imaginal Disc is that album that I told you to listen to like a little bit ago. With like the girl on the front with a CD getting pulled out of her head.
Yep, I added it and I haven't listened to it since.
Fool!
It sounds simultaneously retro and futuristic at the same time.
Yes, it's incredible. I do think it's better than Mercurial World.
I remember liking what you showed me quite a bit.
Yeah. I do think it's better than Mercurial World, but like Mercurial World came out and then they made a deluxe edition where they added like a shitload of these like skits and like the deluxe tracks are like woven in a way that makes sense and continues to tell a like bigger, more expanded story of like what the original album was doing. And I think it's one of the coolest fucking things ever. I think it's so well worth a listen to like listen to Mercurial World, give yourself some time and then listen to the deluxe afterwards. It's a really cool thing that they did, and after that, I'm just like, tacking on 3 songs at the end isn't going to do it for me. Just put out an EP. Just put the songs out separately. Mm-hmm. But
yeah.
All right. From Zero, Kyle, what's your opinions on this one?
So ultimately, I think Neil Armstrong did a great job singing, but ultimately, I just kind of felt like it felt too generic. It didn't feel Linkin Park enough. Like, it felt more like generic rock with Linkin Park paint on it. And there wasn't really a moment where I kind of went like, we're back. I was just kind of like, yeah, okay, that's fine. Like, generic rock. Nothing I really disliked. I just kind of went, yeah, okay. But I do think Emily Armstrong did do a great job as a vocalist. I think people don't like her sometimes because she's a woman or something. But no, she's great. I knew her because she was in a Dead Sarah, and they did a cover of Heart-Shaped Box. Yeah, for the Second Son video game on PlayStation. So
you guys are both PlayStation guys. I forgot about that.
That was a banger cover. But yeah,
that cover made me a fan of that band. I was like, I'm following this band now, and I'm so happy that they like turned out to be good.
Hell yeah.
I think I meant to follow them, and then I think I just like lost track. And then they announced that she was joining Linkin Park, and I was like, oh my gosh, I remember this band.
Hell yeah.
This one I do have the least amount of notes for, which I think it was just because it was the last time I listened to it, and I think I was just a little overtaking notes. So I have like notes on 3 songs where I'm just like, yeah, it's fine. And then I just have like a little blank statement at the end being like, yeah, nothing jumped out. It was fine. Not gonna be mad about it, but it was what it was.
Definitely. I kind of agree in a way. I think this was just good. Like, again, it doesn't, like you said, it doesn't really feel like a Linkin Park album. It doesn't really feel like, oh, we're so back after, a good amount of time off. But I think for what's here, like, it's fun. Like, I think there's some good songs here. They got fucking Faint 2, or their attempt to make Faint 2 with Heavy as the Crown. But I think there's just some good songs on here. There's some that like just kind of are like, all right, whatever, get it over with. But I think overall, like, there's more good tracks than bad, and like, it's just fun. Like, I just don't really feel super strongly about this one either way. But like, there's some good tracks, good rock. I do like the little like interludes in between of what sounds like just her and Shinoda talking in the studio. I think that's a very like nice touch for like a vocalist coming in to show like, and I feel like they might have had to do that because again, Linkin Park fans are going to be like, a woman in my band, a woman, no. But I think it was very cool of them to be just like, look how much fun we're having making this. And like, I could feel that in this. I felt like they were having fun with it. And that I think is important because there's a particular album that I don't feel like Shinoda was having any fucking fun on. And I'm probably wrong about it, but it's just what I heard. So
I feel the opposite. Quick note. I feel the opposite about those little interlude things. For me, I want to be like in the music, right? Like for me, Linkin Park is edgy and overly brooding and sad and I'm numb, and I don't want to be like, we're just goofing around in the studio, now let's get to rocking. Like I want to feel the angst, man. So like for me, that took me out of it personally.
I get it. It's definitely not their best skits, but I enjoyed that they were there.
I do wonder if they did it maybe as like because they're like, oh, people might not like her because she was a Scientologist or whatever, so let's make her seem personable by throwing these skits in here.
Yeah, I'm sure that's probably what it was. I don't know.
Maybe not. I don't know.
But again, I liked them. Jake, what do you got?
I like this one a lot. Like I remember they did a live stream to like introduce her as a vocalist, and I cried half the time. And like, I don't know, the Scientologist thing, that definitely threw me off, but I was like, hold on everybody, let's think about this. What happened last time we made fun of a Linkin Park vocalist? Let's be easy on her, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, I enjoy her. I think she's like a super sick vocalist. I like her other band, so for me it was kind of a no-brainer. Like, I'm probably gonna like this record a lot. And then they started doing like, I don't want to call it the old Linkin Park sound, but the old Linkin Park sound, and I was like, all right, yeah, nothing about this is bad. It does feel like it's a bit of a grab. I don't know if either of you two ever watched them, but over the pandemic, Mike Shinoda would do these Twitch streams where he'd just be like, hey, we're gonna make a song today, everyone, and he would just like sit down and do a song, and sometimes it was like a Linkin Park style song, sometimes it was a just like one of his solo project things.
I say like a Fort Minor type beat.
Yeah, and like what I learned from watching that is not to say that Mike Shinoda isn't a great producer and like really good at what he does, but holy shit, the band Linkin Park is what made Linkin Park and not just Mike Shinoda. Because some of his like, we're gonna make a Linkin Park song today just did not sound great.
Really? That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, he definitely had some cool ideas in some of the parts, but it was like, I would hear some of the stuff that he did on those live streams, and it's like, brother, I made that in my bedroom last week.
Yeah.
What's going on here, man?
I was
Got a
actually.
camera in your room. He's getting ideas from you.
It's funny that you bring that up because I was watching. They have like all their little video documentaries on their YouTube channel now. So I was watching the 1,000 Suns one and watching like him and the guitarist and Han literally like fight each other in the studio over parts and stuff. I was like, so that's what makes a great record. Like,
Yeah.
that amount of conflict and like him and Chester going back and forth on lyrics over and over again. It was like, okay, like it really is this band together. Like, again, Shinoda's a great artist. Like, we can't say he's not, but they're better as a whole.
So, well, what I will say about this record is a lot of the stuff in this record felt like it came off of those live streams.
Fair enough.
Really.
Where it was like there's some cool parts in all of it, and I can definitely tell that like the band did put their spin on everything, but it felt like a lot of this was like Shinoda comes in, I got a group of 15 songs, we got a new vocalist, everyone's hype about this, new drummer, and like Colin Burton's a great producer too. I'm a fan of his work, so I'm sure he like definitely put his spin on it as well. But like a lot of this just felt like it was something that they wanted to happen, and they wanted to be like, all right, well, we gotta make it fit into this guideline with these new people and see how it works. So truthfully, I'm like really excited to see what Emily does on record number 2, and that's also why I think I like the deluxe edition better, is because the 3 songs on the deluxe edition all felt more experimental than the rest of the record.
Okay.
Maybe I'll go back and listen to that.
Yeah, I got to go back and listen to that if you're saying these are like even better than what they have. Because that was what I felt a lot of people felt when this came out. They were just like, yeah, it's good. It's very straightforward, to the point. Can't wait to see what they do as they grow like together as a unit now.
Yeah.
So cool. Y'all mind if I grab another Spikeade real quick?
Sure.
Fuck yeah.
Go spike it up, man.
And now chat can see me do it too.
Is that what the new Four Loko is?
I don't know what they are. I don't know what a Spikeade is. I know there's what are those juice box ones now? What are they called?
Oh, what's a Spikeade?
What'd you say?
Yeah. Get your ears in. What's the Spikeade?
It's alcoholic Gatorade.
Oh, that's
Whoa.
right.
Gatorade vodka.
Is it actually like brand Gatorade, or are they just like,
No,
we
they're
got
just-
electrolytes in it?
Yeah. They're like, it tastes like Gatorade and it's got vodka in it.
Okay.
And it's good. You don't even taste the alcohol. I could drink 7 of these and be like, oh, god damn. But then I'd probably be dead. They're only like 4.5% though. So nothing crazy.
Okay.
I will also say, I think my favorite from this is probably Two-Faced.
Two-Face is a good one.
That is a good one.
I like Good Things Go, but that's the only reason is just any song in D minor I automatically love.
Oh, okay. Well,
Good to know. All my next
I
songs
don't know
are
why
in D
that
minor.
is. I've been
D minor-
trying to figure that one out for years.
D minor's the sad key.
Yeah. I like all my songs in Fort minor.
Would you believe me? True. Would you believe me if I said probably every Dead Weather song was in D minor?
Oh, I already know it is, because that's all the Counterparts writes in too.
I'll say I can't prove it, but I'm pretty sure.
Yep, it definitely was.
Yeah.
Whenever Jesse wanted to write stuff, I would move my hands into D minor, because like I know he's gonna like whatever I do here.
Yeah. All
Love you,
right.
Jesse. I know you're probably not gonna watch this, but if you do, I did psychoanalyze you.
Hell yeah. All right, Kyle. Number 6?
Number 6. Wait, that can't be right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 6. I think it's got to be Living Things.
Uh-oh. I have intel on this. Kyle, if we were twin drinking, we'd both be drinking because I also have it at number 6.
All right. Well, Jake can maybe. Where you at?
Jake is going to break the deadlock here.
Where is my Living Things at?
Yeah.
It honestly, this is the one that changes, but between which week you asked me. But I'm putting it at number 1.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had spoiled this to me when we were writing the other day, or when we were recording the other day. So
That's
I kind of knew this going into it. So I was like, "There's one that we won't take a shot on."
No, I thought he was gonna say like Meteor or Hybrid Theory. I just feel like that's just dang.
You'd think that, wouldn't you?
Well,
And
all
again,
right.
if you ask me next week, that the number one might change to a different one, but it's like always between those two, and then the rest of the list stays solid.
Well, if next week that one changes down to 6, let us know and we'll take a shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
If Living Things is at 6 at any point, just text us and we'll have to drop whatever we're doing and take a shot.
Yeah. We'll hop on Discord and. But let's see. Let me open up my notes real quick.
While you're doing that, I do want to say that this is not a bad 6. I just think this is the one. This is the one I got the least out of the ones I like. You know,
Yeah.
like the rest of them.
I'm not loving them yet, but I'm not angry if you're putting them on in the car. You know.
I definitely like this one, but it was literally just like I didn't get it. You know, like it didn't resonate as much with me.
Yeah, my let me see here. I got my little summary here. Yeah, I just couldn't really grab anything from it. There were some interesting moments I felt, but nothing really came together to keep my interest. It felt very early, like 2010s. That grabbed onto bands with like some like Fall Out Boy inspiration from time to time. But I did feel like they were at least trying to push boundaries. It just felt like they couldn't. It felt like if they were in a box, it felt like they were like trying really hard to like break open this box. And whether it's, I don't know if it's a label thing, if it was just how they wrote this album, or if it was their producer or whoever, it just felt like they're like, no, it has to fit in this way. And it's like, oh, but we want to do X, Y, and Z. And I felt like they could have taken so much more of the sounds they had here and did more. Like, Until It Breaks, for me, I was like, this just sounds like a Clipping song, but not as good as Clipping. And yeah, there was just a couple other ones like that where I was like, I just feel like I wanted more. But there was some great ideas on here, though.
Okay. I think there's a lot of great songs on here. Again, I just like, it didn't all connect for me. Like, I like Lost in the Echo a lot. I like Burn It Down a lot. I love Castle of Glass. I think that's an absolute highlight on this one. And then I like Skin to Bone a lot. But it just like, again, it just didn't click with me as much. Like, there's a lot to love on this one, but it didn't really kind of all come together as one for me. So like, I think, you know, at the end of the day, I'll take rock album that I can throw on and enjoy every now and then over like kind of confusing-ish, electronic-ish, but also rock-ish album. It's like kind of all over the place. And I like that about it. And I think it makes a lot of sense coming right after 1,000 Suns and with like the sound that they were doing with like that and New Divide and that kind of stuff. But like, I don't know. There's just something that didn't click with this one for me. And I don't really know what it is. So why are we wrong, Jake?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think, again, this one and my number 2 swap, and it's entirely dependent on however I'm feeling that week. But I think I decided to put it at number 1 just because my favorite Linkin Park song is on this, and that's Lost in the Echo. And I have been like, I don't disagree with anything that was said. To me, it feels like this record is like, it is 12 songs in 4 sections. Like, the first 3 songs go together, then the next 3 go together, the next 3, and the next 3. And I've always felt that since I've listened to it, but I didn't necessarily hate it. And I don't know if that was intentional, but that just like, I thought it was cool at the time. And my rant about this might be entirely like a nostalgia trip, because this record came out in 2012, and I remember that summer, Saw 3D came out, and Chester Bennington had the cameo.
Yeah.
Where he was like,
or was that Saw the Final Chapter, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Final Chapter. He was glued to the car seat, and he was like in a saw trap, and I was like, this is the coolest shit ever. And they have an album, and they're in a Medal of Honor video game, this is the best record of all time.
Oh, was one of these songs in Medal of Honor?
Castle of Glass.
What?
Castle of Glass.
It had to be like one of the Medal of Honor like Modern Warfare games, right?
Yeah, Castle of Glass was in Warfighter, and the Catalyst was in the reboot of Medal of Honor. It was like 2010.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's sick as fuck.
Yeah. So that, and I don't know. I think a lot of it this was maybe it was a formative album because this was also the first time that I heard a bunch of electronic stuff that I didn't like. Obviously, I liked all their other stuff before, but this one felt like I was hearing new sounds that I hadn't heard before, and I was like, I understand this now.
Okay.
So,
hell yeah,
that's fair. Like I said, I think there's some great ideas on this. And I think this is also a great time too to kind of say my little rant about the band, which is I always kind of associated Linkin Park with bands I mean, not sonically, but just trajectory wise, Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, where most of the time you hear that you have the first couple albums you love and then everything's downhill from there. And when I was going through the discography, I was very up and down from album to album. I kind of assumed all right, maybe we'll hit Minutes to Midnight or 1,000 Suns and then we'll go down, or we'll hit whatever and go, and it was no, it was genuinely oh, the third album I feel this way. Oh, but the fourth album I feel this, and fifth album, which I just kind of wasn't expecting because they do kind of jump sonically.
Yes.
In a lot of interesting directions, which I wasn't anticipating.
Yeah, for the
all right, eventually they're going to popify or something. That was my thought. Is they're going to be cool, rap metal, and then they popify and get bad or something, or get worse.
No, it was really just a process of I think some of it is ahead of their time, a little bit with some of this, and I think some of it is just trying shit. Because again, I think there's only really 2 Linkin Park albums that really sound samey. And let's be honest, nobody's going to be mad about those 2 albums.
Paul, I will say on that topic, I do think that Bring Me the Horizons, That's the Spirit, was just an emo version of Living Things. That's when you say ahead of its time, that's exactly what I I wasn't going to bring that up.
You know
now
what?
That you said it, I am.
You know what? I can take that because I love That's the Spirit. I unashamedly really only Bring Me the Horizon after they got light. Don't get me wrong. I like Sempiternal. I like Suicide Season enough. But That's the Spirit is an incredible album, and so is Ammo.
Agreed. Yep.
And it makes me sad that they don't play shit off of Ammo other than Mantra. That's probably still my favorite song off of it, but there's so much good on that album to love. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but you were talking about it being ahead of its time, and I was like, hold up, hyperfixation. All right, continue.
They were ahead of Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's kind of all I had to say about it. They were kind of ahead of the curve with everything, and it never didn't make it never it always made sense what they were doing, you've got a DJ, you've got great producers in this band who are doing other things like that. It makes sense that they would add more of that in there and that kind of stuff. They would add more electronic things. And I feel there was always a natural progression. And then, there always felt there's a natural progression, and I feel that's very nice listening to everything all the way through. There's never a point there is with Fall Out Boy where I listen to Folie à Deux and then I go and listen to Save Rock and Roll and I want to blow my fucking brains out,
Yeah, that one's a rough one.
Yeah, oof.
As someone who's never fully listened to Save Rock and Roll, why does that make you want to blow your brains out?
It's bad.
Production alone,
production alone, it's fucking terrible. The production,
as someone who I was,
you can go watch the episode on it, Jake. You know what? We're gonna plug that. Fall Out Boy episode was what, September of last year or some shit.
How long have you guid been doing this?
Not a year yet.
September of last year.
Or no? Did we start in July?
I was about to say was that not the first episode?
No.
Wait, no,
okay, technically, what was was it Gorillas first, and then it took us a year to do Panic.
No, we did Gorillas, and then like 3 months later, so we did Gorillas, I think, in July 2 years ago, and then we did like Panic in September, and we said we're gonna start doing it monthly. For then a year later, which was last year,
To
last
do
September, we
Tyler
did
in
Tyler,
September, and
we
then
did
we've been
21
monthly
Pilots
ever
in
since.
October, and then Fall Out Boy in November.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've been on a good track ever since. But it
Yeah.
took us a year to actually get to do it.
Took us 2
We had
years to
year
get on a
listen to
monthly
all of
basis.
Tyler's discography.
Whenever you guys do Green Day, have me back.
Ooh,
I don't think that one's gonna happen. There's a lot of Green Day albums.
There's like 10.
I was gonna
Well, I was,
cherry pick, if I'm gonna be honest, like cherry pick the ones that I love, because like I'm not putting Father of All on that. I'm not making anybody listen to that.
Yeah, understandable.
Kyle, just go listen to Waiting 10 times in a row and tell me how you feel.
Okay. But I was also talking to Paul. I mean, this was a couple months ago, but I was saying whenever we get kind of tired of doing this, just get a couple, like him and I, and if you want Jake or anybody else, just do like we each pick one random album, and we all kind of listen like an album book club, and we just do the same thing like once a month, but like whatever. If there's 4 of us or 5, we do 4, one album each, and then we just like discuss or something.
Album book club is fun.
Yeah, that's if we feel like trying to get the schedules to a line of 4 late 20-somethings.
Yeah. That too.
Green Day, anything
All right.
after 21st Century Breakdown is ass. I'm going to tell you that you're wrong. You're very wrong. Their newest album is good.
New album's good. What was it?
Revolution Radio people liked a lot.
Radio was fantastic. The one in between those two was
Side tangent. I have a great tangent of a tangent. I have a great dislike of Revolution Radio because that CD got stuck in the CD player of my car and it was all I could listen to for like several months. So I just I haven't gone back to it since. I might at some point, but let's just say I was definitely having a better time when Periphery 3 was stuck in the CD player. But that's an incredible album, and I'll defend that to hell and back. All right. What are we on?
Move on now,
5
right?
now?
Yeah.
Well, it can't be a 3-way because I've got Living Things or From Zero at 5.
Oh, rats.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this one, I think this one and Living Things. I wish I had more time to kind of listen, and I think if I didn't mess up my my little playlist with all of the 5 discs of Meteor bonus tracks, I think I would have had maybe a bit better of idea of certain things. But I'm putting here, and I'm talking to Stall because I can't find my topsters. Minutes to Midnight at number 5.
Whoa!
Yeah, I was kind of switching between this and Living Things. Were kind of like back and forth for me. I mean, of course, we got some Transformers on here.
Okay,
So
it's not that big of a okay, it's not that big of a woe because mine's at number 4, but like still.
I think there's some solid songs on here. I felt like
Before you talk, Jake, where do you have it?
Oh shoot, yeah, so sorry.
Where do I have which one?
Minutes to Midnight.
Minutes to Midnight is my number 4.
Oh, let's go. Jake and I have to drink. If we were tag teaming.
I'll leave that up. I'll leave that up to you two.
No. We can't do that. I'm on my second Spike 8 and I had that shot. We cannot do that.
Yeah, you're drinking and doing the shots.
Yes. I'm having a good time. All right, now talk bad about Minutes to Midnight. Have fun.
No, dude, we're at 5. I mean, at this point, nothing's really bad. It's more just like things I didn't care for. That's kind of where we're at. But yeah, I just felt like this was a little too pop rock. It didn't push the boundaries as much for me. I think they're all solid songs, but I think like even the last one, what was it, Living Things? Like that one had a lot more interesting experimentation, but I do think these were more solidly. Again, they were kind of back and forth for me. I was like, do I prefer something a bit more consistent songwriting wise, in my opinion, but maybe less a little experimental, or vice versa? In between, I felt like sounded like a Fall Out Boy song, which apparently I said more than once on a couple of these songs. I feel like In Pieces I thought was kind of fun. Yeah, honestly, I don't think there's anything like really bad I have to say outside of maybe some of the songs sounded a bit more generic. Because I do think all the songs I'm have some pretty positive notes on, just nothing super blew me away. You know what I mean?
That's fair. That's fair. I definitely thought this one was going to be higher for me because I listened to the shit out of this one in middle school. Loved it. And I think there's a lot of great tracks on this. I just think, however, this is such a front-loaded ass album that, like, it's a little hard to rank it any higher than that. Because, like, you got Wake, fun little intro track. And then you go on such a fucking generational run. And then the second half of the album just does not compare whatsoever. Because you go to Giving Up, leave out all the rest, Bleed It Out, Shadow of the Day, What I've Done. And then, like, Hands Held High.
I would even say Hands Held High goes in that with that too.
I would kind of agree. I don't like it as much as any of the other 5 tracks that I just named, but it's a really good track. I got that one on the ride home too, so it's kind of fresh. I like No More Sorrow a lot, and then just like Valentine's Day is kind of where you lose me. And I think
That was the weakest song on there, in my opinion.
yeah, I think it does not get back to the highs that it was at. But like, I don't know. I think if I was making a top 5, Bleed It Out's in that top 5. 100%. That,
sure.
remember how I said I liked that it sounded like how you're having fun on From Zero? I think Bleed It Out sounds like some fun maxing, like with especially with the intro, with them just like dicking around with shit at the beginning. That sounds like a song that you should just be like standing on top of the bar while everybody's fucking jumping around, fucking singing that shit. You know?
Fucking Bleed It Out, walk so Mr. Brightside could run.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute here. I think your timeline's a little messed up, sir.
Yeah, I think Mr. Brightside ran.
I think Mr. Brightside came out first.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Mr. Brightside was
Brightside
2000,
was like a 2000s. I think,
2005, I think.
Oh, okay, so we're two years ahead.
Yeah, because that would have been the best emo album of that year. Had a lesser known album known as Mr. Brightside was 2004.
I thought it was like
You're lying to me.
Early 2000s. Yeah.
You're lying to me. Because it wasn't okay. Maybe that song. Hold on.
Dude, what's the Killers?
It's Hot Fuss is the album.
Yeah.
Hot Fuss was 2004.
Yeah.
What? No.
Yeah.
I just looked it up, and someone made a playlist called Mr. Brightside for 16 hours, and it is just Mr. Brightside for 16 hours.
Oh my god. No, the album was 2004. That's fucking crazy. Because I remember them being like fucking pissed that From Under the Cork Tree came out in such close proximity. Because like that was why they didn't get traction in the States for a while. Is because like Cork Tree just kind of, and admittedly, like I obviously think Cork Tree blows it out of the water, but
States. What are they, Canadian?
no, I think
from
they're
the UK.
British.
They're British?
Yeah. It's the only good thing Britain's ever done. Other than like Bullet for My Valentine, maybe.
I'm getting out of here. I can't have this conversation.
What?
Someone who's deep into the British indie rock scene for the past like
I mean, like
6
we also
years.
got-
I can't even.
We also got Holding Absence and Stag Dress now. They're great.
Okay.
I
I
won't
don't
talk about-
consider them British.
There's Fight Star, which is fantastic. Busted.
The Killers are from Vegas. I don't think I'm believing that, Alex.
What's up? They're from. Oh,
My chat's saying they're from Vegas.
someone fact check this.
Hold on.
I was gonna say, I don't.
Spotify
Las
page.
Vegas, Nevada.
Am I lying? Me when I lie? Okay, only this.
If it means anything, Paul, I also thought they were British.
I did too. Okay, all right. I'm glad I'm not alone in this at least. Anyways, let's shut the fuck up about the Killers and talk about the banger album that is Minutes to Midnight.
Oh my goodness.
Transformers. What a movie.
Yeah.
Am I right?
I love me some robots in disguise.
I do
For
love me
at
some
least-
robots in disguise.
At least 365 days straight, I woke up to What I've Done on the Transformers soundtrack because that was the first song on the CD, and it was in the CD player next to my nightstand.
Oh, and you had like the alarm clock CD player thing.
Oh yeah, 7 a.m. I hear that reverse swell of the C chord, and I'm like, all right, Time to have anxiety for 8 hours straight and fuck up my nervous system for the rest of my life.
God, dude, I had many variations of the same thing growing up. One was just like a radio alarm clock, and I had it tuned to 104.3, which as you both might know,
Katy Perry.
Depending on when you're talking about that radio station means very different things.
Yeah.
Because when I started using it, it was a smooth jazz station.
Really?
And it was very nice to wake up to like just the two of us or Baby Come Back every morning. And then they turned it into an alt-rock station, probably around the same time Minutes to Midnight was really big. Because I remember they would play a lot of like The Offspring and Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I was really into that. And then they turned it into, what if we just played all the fucking pop hits? Oh yeah, Alex.
106.5.
I forgot Alex Moron is also a fellow Baltimoreanite, and knows the struggle. So yeah, they just fucking changed it over and over again. But yeah, I used to hear good music on that station. It's fucking crazy, chat.
Yeah, I was gonna say I only knew them as top 40. I knew them as 106.5 2.0.
Oh,
and or 0.5,
yes, because it was 106.5 was like the pop hits, and then 104.3 started playing the pop hits, and everybody was like, "Oh, 104.3 is so much better." And I was mad as shit in middle school because I was like, "It used to be jazz, and then it was alt rock, and I liked it a lot on both of those, and now it's shit I don't like because I'm a fucking preteen and I hate pop music," you know?
Yeah.
When in reality they were playing.
They were cynical as fuck.
You said what?
102.7 and
102.7? Oh, not Jack FM.
Yeah, he was just like an asshole the entire time. I thought it was funny.
Oh, I love it. That's why. Fun fact: you can go look up for the No Business fall visualizer. That is why on the radio at some point during the breakdown, instead of saying lyrics, it says you're listening to 102.7 No Business FM. Is because of Jack FM. I wanted to get that guy who did the voiceover to do something, but I was like, I don't know how to contact this guy, and I'm not going to figure it out.
Now that you've planted that, I'll make it happen.
No, it's okay. I have worse, Jake. I have so much worse plans for this album. You're gonna be having a terrible time.
I always looked at 101.9 as just like a Christian radio station, but without Christian music. I don't know if that makes sense.
Light FM.
I thought that was the Shine.
No. 101.9's Light FM. I think Shine is 92 something, and that's the Christian radio.
Got it.
Which one was WXCY? What was the number for that? Oh God, why are we just talking about fucking? We're kind of doxing ourselves talking about radio stations, but
I'll cut it.
Yo, shout out to 92Q.
Oh no, we live in Northern Maryland. Everyone, so sorry.
Yo, shout out to 92Q for showing me "Got Money" by Lil Wayne. Life-changing moment.
All right, so
yeah,
are we all done talking about Minutes? Did we finish talking about?
I don't even know if Jake got to say anything about it, other than he just loved.
There is nothing about this record that I don't like. The three records that above it, I just like more about it, and it was just a matter of, I guess this one goes here.
Yeah,
fair.
I agree with that, because the top two I love so much. The third one, I just had to sit there and be like, there's so many good songs. How could I say anything else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle, fucking, what are you on, 4?
I'm on 4. Oh, that's not the right tab. I do wish I had more time to go back and listen to some of these albums again. 'Cause sometimes I'm worried my answers are going to be a little basic here. But number 4, it's got to be... This is where it gets hard. Or harder, honestly. It's been pretty hard to begin with. I'm going to say 1,000 Suns, I think.
What?
And now I'm going to get to my notes because I thought I had my notes up and I didn't have my notes up.
I am actually just getting mad because there's an album I have very low that hasn't been brought up yet. And I should beat your fucking ass. I have 1,000 Suns at number 2.
Ooh, I also have 1,000 Suns at number 2.
Let's go!
I'm an ass.
Jake, bottoms up.
Again, I think these next two records I'm going to talk about, I think could have potentially changed if I had more time to listen to them. And again, I'm going to blame that Meteor Deluxe Edition for ruining my playlist so I could get my extra listens on some of these songs. Because let me tell you.
Okay, hold on. Kyle, I need to conceptualize for myself. You had 3 albums left, right?
Yes.
Okay, continue. I just needed to make sure that I'm probably looking at the same 3 albums because I'm losing my fucking mind here.
Yeah, so, yeah, I thought there was some... No, this one and the other one that I'm assuming is probably the one that you don't like was kind of back and forth for me. But, let me see here. Where's my... I said bad album art, though, kind of. Which I do kind of stick with. I think it could have been a bit more interesting. It looks like a bird, but kind of blurry.
Okay, do you like their whatever they just did recently where they reversed it? Or at least, I think, didn't they do like some deluxe or like anniversary Thousand Suns recently where they just reversed the colors?
Oh yeah,
I think I saw that somewhere.
Negative filter on it.
Yeah, I think I saw that somewhere where it's literally just the reversed colors, and I was like, okay, dude.
No, I think that was like a vinyl release. I think I actually have it, if I'm being quite honest.
Oh hell yeah!
Hold on, I have all my vinyls in alphabetical order, so it won't be hard to find. Let me go take a look.
Yes.
I have them alphabetical by artist, and then it's release order by artist.
I think that's what I have too.
I did that because that's how my iPod used to sort them back in the day, and now I'm stuck on it.
I think I do first names if there's a 2 name.
Chat, while Jake is up, I gotta bitch about something. Why the fuck has no streaming service implemented album shuffle? I think they should all be shot for that. Because album shuffle was the best part of owning an iPod. You could literally hit
songs on an album?
No, it would literally just shuffle albums.
Shuffle
like it would play the whole fucking album through. It would play the whole fucking album through, and then it would go to another album and play that album all the way through. And you could just shuffle your fucking albums like you had a goddamn 5-disc CD changer. And I miss it, and streaming services suck for not implementing that.
Okay, you know what I hate about other streaming services, the television streaming services? Why can't I make a television playlist of all my favorite TV shows that I can compile together? So when it's Christmas season, I can put my favorite Bob's Burger Christmas episode with my favorite, I don't know, Modern Family Christmas episode, and I can watch them all without having to go to each individual TV show and find it. That's what I
Disney
want.
Plus does that.
What?
Yeah, they had like all the Christmas episodes for The Simpsons. They had them all for.
Okay,
like,
but do you make them,
Yeah,
or
I
did
wanna
they make the playlist?
They made them.
Okay,
No,
well
I wanna make my
there's
own
the
playlist.
issue.
Like if I
Okay,
like
okay.
my favorite TV episodes of all time, I can be like, here are my favorite TV episodes. Or if I want to do like a movie marathon, I can be like, here's my playlist of the movies I want to watch.
Yeah,
You know,
while
I
we're
can watch
bitching,
The
Jake,
Christmas
why do you
Carol.
hate streaming services?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of pissed at Paramount right now for the only good thing they have on it is South Park, and that's why I pay for it. And it was doing fine on HBO, which I also was fine paying for it.
I'll say I know you have that for Batman, so
yeah, I was eating good with HBO because it had Batman, it had South Park, and it had Lord of the Rings, which are like the only 3 things I watch.
yeah. What more
And I
does
just keep
what?
them on a loop.
You know what? I was actually using Henry's HBO, Kyle. I was using it to watch Dune finally. I watched the first one in theaters, but I never saw the second, and I was watching that yesterday.
Is it good?
I got halfway through.
Podcast where we just don't talk about the band at all.
Yes. Listen, you've got me, admittedly, maybe a little drunk, and you got Jake.
If I'm being honest, I am fuming a little bit on how low your ranking is for this record.
Real again.
Yeah.
I don't think they're like
Criminally low ranking. Criminally, here, I'm going to cut you off again, Kyle. Criminally low ranking for having what I think is the best Linkin Park song of all time on it.
Which one's that? The
Catalyst?
Messenger?
No, it's not Catalyst. It's fucking Waiting for the End. Are you kidding me?
Iridescent?
I actually have like no history with Iridescent. I was talking to the Bedroom Floor Boys when we were on our little weekender, and I told them that we were doing this, and I actually didn't even think Iridescent was on this album.
I didn't know either. I was so happy.
They were like, I was like, yeah, like I was telling them like, yeah, like kind of giving him like the lowdown and all that. And I was talking about 1,000 Suns, and Jesse just goes, "Oh, is that the one with the iridescent on it?" And I was like, "No, I think that's on Living Things, right?" And he was like, "I guess." So I lied to my vocalist and guitarist and drummer because they were all there. Yeah, I love Waiting for the End. I don't know what it is about that song.
I think for me, if
you
I
want the snare sample that's on it,
with the what?
You want the snare sample?
Yeah.
All right, I got you.
You might have already given it to me.
That probably
Was it in the Christmas package that still sits on my flash drive to this day?
Probably.
All right, cool. It's in there somewhere. All right, Kyle.
Yeah, I'll wrap up here real quick. I think one of my main complaints with it was just like I felt like his vocals were a little too processed and tuned because he's an incredible vocalist. And especially after hearing The Messenger at the end. And I'm nitpicking at this point. Like, I'm not saying it was a big thing for me. I'm just saying if I need to throw anything out there, that, because at this point we are all positives, really.
Yes.
But The Messenger was incredible. His voice was amazing. I was like, I heard that song and I was like, it was like the reminder song of like Chester is an incredible vocalist. And throughout this whole album, it was like, I liked it. And then I went, I wish more of the album had him sounding like that, because he just sounded so good. And you could tell it was very raw and it was very, as he does. And yeah, that might be one of my, it was definitely my favorite on the album probably. But it might be one of my favorites by them in general.
That's fair. I honestly had like the opposite. I don't know. I go back and forth on The Messenger. I think there's a lot of this album that is very, very baller, chat. I think having 2 intro tracks is baller. Like making people sit through 2 individual tracks to get to the first like real song, baller. Having this many fucking interludes and shit, baller. Having this very
and then the 4th track is another interlude.
Yes. Baller. Having this whole very electronically focused album for the entire time, culminating in the Catalyst, and then having your last track be just acoustic guitar and Chester, baller. But I don't know if it really fits with everything else. And that's kind of where I go back and forth on it. Because it's a sick fucking move. It's a crazy fucking placement. And like it closes the album out very nicely. I think it does kind of go with this like theme that I kind of see in this of like, we're nuking everything. We're nuking all this shit. And when you strip it all back, what kind of remains? And it's this acoustic song talking about like, all we got left is love. It's really nice that way. And again, like I'm a sucker for concept albums. I'm a sucker for interludes and shit that ties songs together. But I also just think there's a lot of really, really good songs on here. Like Burning in the Skies is incredible. I love that those vocals come back later on the album. I love the Requiem because it intros like 2 of my favorite songs on this album of The Catalyst, and like the fucking piano beginning of Waiting for the End is like stripped throughout the entire like. Listening to this album, having only listened to the singles a lot before I did like my first ever listening to it, you're just sitting like, if you're not looking at the track listing, you're just sitting there and being like, Waiting for the End could come at any point in this album because they just keep hitting that fucking note like in between songs and shit. And it's beautiful. The Catalyst is awesome. Iridescent. I don't actually remember this song whatsoever. Oh, it's that one. Okay. Yeah, that's a great song. I
remember all the sadness and frustration.
Yeah, okay. I know that one now. What else?
Yes, from Transformers 3.
Is that one in Transformers 3?
Yeah.
I thought Burn It Down was Transformers 3.
No, Burn It Down was not a Transformers song.
What? That feels like such a Transformers song.
Just a radio song.
That feels like such a Transformers song, though.
Well, I want to tell you, you're wrong. So.
All right, well, I'm wrong. But I'm right. I am right that 1,000 Suns is their second best album. Then Jake can back me up.
Yeah, no, this record, it like, there have only been 2 times in history that I've cried seeing a song played live, and Catalyst is one of them. And it's just like this entire it's like it felt like, what if Linkin Park made a 9 Inch Nails record but did it better than 9 Inch Nails? And I know that's a statement.
That's some bold words you're talking right there.
Yeah, I'm comfortable making the statement. I love this record so much. I hunted down the one of the main synthesizers used on it and bought it with not even hearing anything from the synthesizer, just the sole fact that it was used on this record. And I was like, yep, that's enough for me. And I use it all the time now. And like everything I work on, everything I do, whenever I have the option to put it on, I do. The pad that gets played throughout the Catalyst, I have the patch pulled up right now, and like hold on.
Is it the fucking
No,
it's not that one.
That is just I'm pretty sure that's just some chops from it. Let me take out the voice isolation. Here, you might don't talk for a second because you hear yourself. But this one where it's like,
oh yeah, that's exactly it.
Now we get copyright struck.
Yeah. So like finding like all of the sounds from this record on the synthesizer, I'm just like, holy shit! It's so perfect, and I love everything about it, and that's why, like, again, this one and Living Things get swapped back and forth between number one like every other week.
You know we have to use it now, right?
I have no problem, Paul. I've told you I'm going to use this synth on your record multiple times.
No, you told me you were going to use the Seinfeld bass synth on the record. And I told you exactly the spot to put it.
Yeah. Well,
we just got to program it because I did that on actual slap bass.
Good.
Yeah, Thousand Suns, banger album. Kyle, what's number 3? And why are you going to piss me off?
I probably will piss you off. I think that's all I've been. I feel like such a chump now. I feel so judged.
Big chud hours.
But we got number 3. We're gonna go with The Hunting Party.
Thank fuck it wasn't the other two.
No, yeah, it was not gonna be.
Thank
the other
fuck
two.
It wasn't the other two.
I was surprised by this one. So yeah, I just let me. I don't have a generalization comment here, so we're just gonna go through. Well, for War, it gave me Sonic the Hedgehog vibes, and anytime the song gives me Sonic the Hedgehog vibes.
I have it at number 7. Jake, where do you got it?
6.
Fair.
No, not 6. 5.
Okay.
Okay, that's not as bad. Also, Jake, you're blurry right now.
Yeah, I know, I'm trying to. My camera has autofocus. I'm trying to like lean in, lean back to get it figured out.
Dude, throwback to September. Was Jake blurry face the whole time?
No.
No.
What happened? Okay, no.
Okay, he's back. All right, cool.
No, have not been blurry faced the entire time. What happened was I stood up and then sat back down, and my camera just went, Oh,
no. I was making a 21 Pilots joke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Kyle, why do you like this album?
Good question.
That's not a good start. You have this above 1,000 Suns, and you want to fucking say, "Oh, why do I like this album?"
I told you, Meteor Deluxe Edition ruined my last chance listening for a lot of these songs here. But honestly, I'd probably say, like, just so you guys know, like, these 2, 3, and 4 are very much like I could see me like re-listening and them getting reshuffled around. Just that's where I'm at with them. And then yeah. Anyway. I loved how heavy Keys to the Kingdom was. I think for me, a lot of the reason is like going in with the expectation of I know most of their early work. And I think when I did really enjoy Thousand Suns still, but I think for me, like something like that is such a departure from what like I'm anticipating. So like when I hear like some of the softer stuff or some of the other stuff, I'm like, where did this come from all of a sudden? Why are we here now? And then instead of like then building on that in the next record, you kind of almost go in a whole different direction. It was hard to kind of like pinpoint exactly like certain favorites and stuff like that. But this one, I liked some of the heaviness of the first song. And then I really liked the verses of All for Nothing. I thought the verses were really good, but I did find the chorus a little underwhelming. I liked Guilty all the same, had a really cool like long musical intro thing that I thought was really fun. And a really cool rap bridge as well. I really liked the rap there, especially because sometimes I feel like his raps can come off a little like white boy-y.
Well, you've got Rakim doing the raps,
fun fact,
so
that wasn't a white boy.
yeah, that was the great Rakim doing the rap.
Well, then that's why I really liked the rap on that bridge. Then it's been a while. Again, I don't remember exactly, but I'm just looking at my notes here. And yeah, I liked the instrumental switch up there. Again, War gave me Sonic the Hedgehog song vibes, which is always like a +10 bonus for me. I just felt Wastelands I really liked. I felt like it kind of was a bit more like creative and experimental, but I felt like they could kind of like push their bound, like how I said like in a couple of the other ones, from like, oh, it feels like they're experimenting, but like almost like somebody was telling them like they can't. It still has to sound a certain level of accessible, kind of thing. Rebellion, I thought that one was really fun. It almost gave me like how the guitars were going. Like I was feeling like Chop Suey vibes. There was like,
oh yeah,
like,
wow. I wonder why that could be.
Why could that be?
Because that's the guitarist from System of a Down.
Oh no,
yeah.
No way, mates! I didn't know that. That's my awful Australian accent. Anyway, Mark the Graves I did think wasn't great. I didn't think. I think that was like the only one I didn't really care for. Final Masquerade, it had that intro, which was the drums, that I thought was about to be Sugar We're Going Down for a second. And then, yeah, that's basically it. I think I just really enjoyed the songs.
You didn't mention the cinematic outro of Line in the Sand with the tapping guitar riff.
I did say had some solid moments, and then won me over by the end of the song. So I think I was a little iffy at first, and then I think by the end I was like really into it.
This layout feels cursed. Yeah, it's what we have, Max.
Close your eyes, man.
Just close your eyes. It's a podcast.
To the soothing voice of Not Very Radio podcast.
Max also said he put Bleed It Out on his marathon running playlist.
Oh yeah.
Which great song for that. This album's fucking lame.
What?
This album's fucking lame. And this is the one that I went back and forth on so many times as to what I felt like I liked the least between this or One More Light. Ultimately, I landed on One More Light because that is just objectively a lot worse. And like the lyricism's a lot worse. The lyricism's like fine on this. I didn't find anything that like stood out or like pissed me off. This feels like an album of like, I don't know. And I don't know. I don't know if this was the case, or nor do I think it was the case. But this feels like oh, you guys said we aren't making heavy music anymore. Here's some heavy music. And then we're just playing fucking like alt rock that was popular like 5 years ago at this point. And like, I just don't know. I don't like this one. It rubs me the wrong way. I think Rebellion is a fucking lame ass song. It's funny that you like that one so much. I was like, this sucks.
Yeah. I think I just got excited because it sounded like Chop Suey, but yeah, I don't think it was bad.
No, I
hater right now, man.
I found that one fucking so lame. Guilty All the Same is pretty fun. I like that one. Yeah, it just feels like rock for rock's sake, and that's not what I want to hear. I don't want to hear us just writing rock music because like, oh, we're a rock band. We have to write rock songs. We have to use guitar, bass, and drums, and that's what has to be the basis of it. Like, there's no nu metal elements. There's no cool production things. I felt like it just feels like they're just writing like straightforward rock. That's like 5 years too late.
So bouncing off of your last point of there's no cool production tricks, I actually highly disagree.
Oh,
and
really?
The reason I say this, and this is what took me a while to actually enjoy this record, because when I first heard it, I was like, why does it sound like that?
Yeah, I felt like it sounds like shit.
They did this record entirely analog. Like,
that makes sense, because I was like listening to it. I was listening to it the whole time, and I'm like, why does it sound like this? Like, this is Linkin Park. This is a band that has always had like a high production value from like day one. So, okay, I give them points in that direction, but me not knowing that, I didn't fucking like it.
Yeah. Well, like it took me because I remember when it came out, I was like, I think these songs, like I really enjoyed Rebellion as well as like I liked Line in the Sand and Final Masquerade, Guilty All the Same. I even like All for Nothing. I used to realize I was on my gym playlist for a long time, and I remember having a conversation with Jesse one day. He's like, Linkin Park doesn't scream anymore, and I was like, brother, have you heard Keys to the Kingdom? And that's like, yeah. So. But the thing is, for like years and years, I was like, why? But why does this record sound so bad and all the other ones don't? And again, it was entirely analog. You can hear there's no auto tune, there's no doubling on any of the vocals really. It was this band got in a room and made a record with a console and a tape machine, and yeah, they might have when it come out 2014. 2014. Yeah, it might have happened 20 years too late, but they did it, and like. For
Not
what it is,
20.
like
I think it's like 5. Like if this was like a 2009 thing, I think I would have accepted it a hell of a lot more. Or like if I had been listening to this in 2009, because like I hate to bring them up again, but
I think that style of production, if anything, like helped the record, because if I were to hear these kind of raw rock songs not produced this way, I'd just be like, all right, Jordan Fish.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
Yeah, I think that's probably why I lean to it more, and I didn't talk about it a lot because I hate being the guy that's always like, the production of X, Y, and Z, but like for like ones like Minutes to Midnight and whatever the other one was that I can't think of that's also in that vein. Like everything sounds clear and nice, but I felt like there was like a lack of energy from the instruments. I think especially in Minutes to Midnight, I felt that way, where I was like, everything, like you can hear everything, like it's produced well, but like in terms of like feeling rocking and energized, I don't feel that, because it felt like it was kind of stripped away by sounding so clean. And like, so going back to an analog direction in this one that's probably why I leaned more towards this one. It's just because I liked the fact that you got that raw energy that sometimes can get cleaned away when like you overproduce something a bit too much.
Yeah.
It also just sounded like a punk record sometimes. Like War is straight up a Black Flag song.
Yeah.
Yes.
That too. I'm a punk guy too, so
I don't know. I prefer hearing this style of things from other bands. I feel like Linkin Park did something so uniquely them that we just haven't gotten since the first 2 albums. And like, if we're going to do rock songs, I'd rather them do something closer to that than like doing something that sounds like System of a Down or The Offspring or like whoever the fuck they're emulating at that time, you know?
Yeah.
It's their Great Impersonator album.
And like, don't get me wrong.
Who's Paige Hamilton?
Oh, I have no fucking idea.
No idea.
Okay. Google, show me this guy's balls.
I know all the other features on this record. I have no clue who that is.
Oh, I looked it up, but I don't remember, because I thought it might have been who did I think it was?
Or Padge Hamilton.
Oh, he founded the band Helmet.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So punk band.
Yeah.
I think
that's alt metal.
I thought it was maybe like the 3 Days Grace or.
No, for a bit I was like, is this like somebody from Rise Against? Because that's what that song kind of sounds like.
That's who I was thinking. Yeah.
I was like, it's not Adam from 3 Days Grace. I'll tell you that fucking much.
Yeah. No, it was Rise Against that I was thinking of.
Another side tangent. It's crazy that 3 Days Grace was like, what if we just had 2 vocalists?
Don't they both sing that?
Yeah, they just kept the new guy and then brought the old guy back, and they were like, yeah, they're just both here. We don't care anymore.
Wait, did they make a new record recently?
Yeah, they did one with both vocalists, and like,
wait, they
exactly
did?
What you thought happened was going to happen. All the parts with Adam are sick, and then the other guy opens his mouth, and it's like, eh.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I would have expected.
Was Adam the first guy?
Yeah. Adam was the original one who did.
When did they switch?
What was it? 1X through Life Starts Now.
2015. Okay.
Oh wait,
he was on. Adam was on everything until.
He was on Transit of Venus.
He was.
Oh, well, I haven't heard a single song off of that. I don't think so.
I think
High
Transit
Road's
Venus was the last I've heard.
good. Misery Loves Company is good.
Mm.
It was definitely like you could tell they were beefing when that record was being made, but there was a couple good songs on it.
See, it's so funny that you get like the opposites between them and Breaking Benjamin, where Adam left 3 Days Grace, and then fucking Ben from Breaking Benjamin kicked everybody else the fuck out.
Yeah.
I love nu metal, or whatever you want to call this genre that I think Linkin Park is kind of the forefather of.
Mm.
I think you absolutely do not get like 3 Days Grace or Breaking Benjamin or any of that without Linkin Park, which is what we can talk about on these next two. Because looking at my list here, you do have two really good ones left, Kyle.
I do. I want to go into one more little tangent, mainly to ask Jake a question, because I use this website called Album of the Year just to keep track of like the albums that I listen to, and what I noticed. So it separates like a user score versus like a critic score. So like if I gave an album like an 80 and you gave like a 60, it would combine it and be like the average user score is a 70, and then it does that for like critics. So like The Independent, Rolling Stone, Alt Rock, whatever, like, you know, websites and stuff like that. It combines those. And critically, these guys are reviewed terribly, Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Or like not well,
Yeah.
which surprised me. Is that like a thing?
That's a thing for nu metal.
I think I don't know what it is, but there was like a period of my life for like 10 years where I would say, yeah, Linkin Park is one of my favorite bands, and people would just scoff at it. I think they have the same effect as like the Creed and Nickelback crew, because now if you ask people now, they're like, fuck yeah, I love Creed. But if you had that question 10 years ago, they're like, all right, loser.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I always
I
thought
think
like they
Linkin
were
Park
like
had that
top,
same thing.
I always thought Linkin Park was like top dogs, and because like Hunting Party has a average critic score of 58. So I thought I was like going in, I was like, oh, I wonder. And granted, even the user score is a 68, which isn't much better. And I was like, oh, this one might be like, I don't know what to expect. And I was like surprised I liked it so much. But yeah, because
I think
Midnight has a 51, Living Things has a 58, Hunting Party 58. I was like, what the heck's going on?
I think here's the thing, Kyle. I think as far as user scores go, you need to start ignoring those after Minutes to Midnight.
Yeah.
I think user scores need to be ignored after Minutes to Midnight,
Well,
because
Thousands to Sun has a 76, which is a good user. Like anything above, I'd probably say.
oh,
anything
okay. I'm
above a
glad people
75.
actually like that one, because
Yeah.
fucking I felt like people just didn't talk about that album ever, and I was always just like, yeah, Waiting for the End is like an easy top 5 Linkin Park song. I think it's easily my favorite, but
Well, that was what I feel like I didn't after Minutes to Midnight. I feel like I didn't really hear much, and if I did, I didn't know what album it was from. So I assumed we were going downhill after Minutes to Midnight.
no, I
And-
don't think this is a criminal offense,
Yeah.
Alex. I think very much they got hated on as much as those two bands between the albums of like Living Things through One More Light. I do think they got a lot of hate, and not really for any good reason, if I'm being honest here. Like maybe around the time of One More Light, I could be like, all right, yeah, that one's kind of a stinker. I obviously didn't like Hunting Party, but everybody loved to throw it in my face at that time. I think it's another reason I don't like it, is because everybody would like try and throw it in my face and be like, look, they did make a heavy album. And I'd be like, dude, this is not at all what I want.
Oh, Paul, like I said, apparently I'm the only one that likes that album. So
Well, that's fair.
I mean, that's 5 for me. So that's not like
yeah.
Paul's gonna be I have more things on my list to offend Paul than Hunting Party being at 5.
Not really, because again, I think from 6 up, they're all like genuinely good. Like again, I think Living Things is a good album. I just didn't get it.
Yeah. I think which again, even from 0, I wouldn't say I disliked. I just
After
felt like I
1,000
wanted
Suns,
more.
everyone flipped on Linkin Park, and I would agree with that sentiment. I would absolutely agree with that.
But anyway,
Yeah, Kyle, what's
move on to-
number 2?
Number 2's got to be the one where he's carrying the flag. Hybrid Theory.
You're gonna keep pissing me off, aren't you? That's number 1 for me.
What did I do? Okay. Like, what did I do wrong?
You're not making me that mad, but I'm a little mad.
You put it number 2 and not 1?
Yes. out of these two, you were like, Hybrid Theory needs work.
All right, Jake, where you have
He's
it?
gone.
6.
Oh.
Yeah, Hybrid Theory at 6 is crazy. I'm gonna need you to explain that in a second after Kyle does his.
All right. My thing. Well, also, I want to say like, I do think I have the strongest bias for these first two albums because those are the ones I've just casually heard the most throughout my life, which is why I was saying like this one, what was it? This one, Hunting Party and Thousand Suns, like I might go back to and listen to a couple more times and see if they kind of change at all. But I generally feel very positive about all three. I just like the new metal kind of style that we're leaning in here. It's classic Linkin Park. It's a very identifiable sound, which I feel like in some of their other albums, like maybe Minutes to Midnight, I felt like didn't feel as unique to Linkin Park. Whereas this sound, I hear this and I'm like, this is Linkin Park. Chester's voice is crazy, which again, like that was another criticism I had in some of the later albums, where like I wish we got to hear him kind of do his crazy singing. Points of Authority had some cool like little electric things at the end of it. Great clean vocals on Runaway. Liked the verse for A Place in My Head. Apparently I thought the snap into the chorus did not flow very well though. And then Cure for the Itch was a cool tonal shift and very fun and edgy. And obviously there's all of the big crazy singles, or like the ones that everybody knows, like Paper Cut, One Step Closer. In the end, I feel like I'm missing one or two more, but like I was like, no point in even taking little notes on those because those are just like classics in and of themselves. I think this one is just, it's classic Linkin Park, you know?
All right, he didn't mention Crawling, chat, so write that down first of all.
I told you I was going to forget a couple of them.
I'm going to start off by saying there's not a song on this album that I would rank below like a 9 out of 10. Like this is an incredible album. Every single fucking song on this album is so good. And like I can go on and on and on about this. I think the only thing I could even say about this album that I don't like a lot is I don't think Pushing Me Away is a great closer. I think you should have ended with In the End. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. It feels very fine. Whatever. I don't give a shit. In the End would have been a great fucking closer for this album, and I think that would have been a great movement. I obviously love Cure for the Itch. That's a fucking classic. I think I referenced that like just casually the same way I do with what's the fucking, I think it's Old Dina by Issues. Or no, it's not Old Dina. It's an Issues song, and they just go, that's not the way to do it. But it's in the same way with like the shit from the Cure for the Itch. I'll occasionally just be like, now, wasn't that fun? Let's try something else.
That thing, yeah.
It's so good. I think this is easily lyrically their best. I don't give a shit what anybody says. I'm blinded by nostalgia and I know it. I also think the production on this fits so much better. I'm going to do comparison. I think Meteora and this are the only two that sound alike, and I think the production on this I like a lot better than Meteora. I think this sounds raw and fucking nasty and fucking just like kind of unkempt at times. Like shit is distorting, shit is fucking loud, and shit is fucking like in your face. And I think Meteora sounds like a fucking neutered version of this kind of style. Granted, there are some very, very different things that I will talk about when we get to that one in a second. But I think my biggest argument in favor of this, it's easily A Place for My Head. Like that's some of the best lyrics I've ever fucking heard. That man Mike Shinoda looked at the moon on a dark night and said, man, this reminds me of what a fucking asshole you are. What was the other one that I was listening to on the way home today? Is it Forgotten? No. Brain work. I think it was Points of Authority. Incredible song. Forfeit the game before somebody else takes you out of the frame. This is, and I think the other argument for this one is obviously the influence that trickles down the line. I think obviously, like, you know, Meteora, great follow up to this. I don't think you could have followed this album up better than Meteora, if I'm being completely fucking honest.
But I think it neutered it.
Yeah, I don't think you could have, with a bigger budget and more fucking hands in the pot, followed this album up better. But
I want to give you a hard time.
I think this is the one that made the sound, and this is the one that fucking, like, I feel like a lot of people I know reference as, like, this is the album that, like, got me into music that does screaming. This is, like, what got me into nu metal. This is such a gateway album and an influential album that I, like, especially for me. Like, this was on repeat, like, all of 7th grade for me. Maybe 8th grade, too. I strictly listened to 3 bands in middle school, and it was Linkin Park, Fall Out Boy, and Green Day. And it was only this album from Linkin Park. Maybe some Minutes to Midnight, because that came out, like, I think, like, a little bit later in middle school or whatever. But, like, I was strictly spinning this in middle school. Fall Out Boy, Green Day, I had plenty of albums from them. But this never got old. And, like, I love this album. This is probably, like, if I had to make a fucking top 10, this is probably in it somewhere, I would assume. I'm going to lie if we ever do that, by the way. It probably won't make it up there, but... All right, Jake, why do you have this at 6? That's a little crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I don't disagree with you with, like, about this being super influential, because I'm the same way. Like, I don't think I would have gotten into this type of music if it weren't for getting this record. I remember, like, one of my core memories is I went to the store with some friends one day, and they were pointing to this record on, like, the shelf of CDs, and they were like, bro, we should buy that. And I was like, wait, I have that in my garage. You guys just want to go over to my place and listen to it? So,
oh yeah.
But, like, to me, there was nothing on this record that, and this is where I think we kind of disagree. There was nothing on this record that Meteora didn't do better. And because, like, let's go. Like,
we're finally fighting on an episode. Let's go. Shout out Linkin Park.
Some of the stuff on this record, I felt like it was a direct answer to, oh shit, guys, Slipknot put out their record the year before us. We have to answer that. And then Meteora was like, this is the record we wanted to make. And I do think the lyrics on Meteora are darker than some of the lyrics on Hybrid Theory.
I would agree with that. I think they're darker. I don't think they're better.
Nah, you gotta live for the angst, man.
Yeah. Well,
like, again, I am in no way saying Meteora is a bad album. That would be crazy of me to say. It's number 3 for me. I haven't revealed it yet, but yeah.
And, like, I don't know, a lot of the songs I do like a lot, but I think, like, if I look at everything as an individual, I think Meteora, like, handles it a bit better. Like, I think some of the riffs on Hybrid Theory, like, it has fantastic riffs, but then I look at Hybrid Theory, I'm like, wait, these are riffs that fit a song, not just riffs that are riffs for the sake of being riffs.
Chat, is now the time I tell them I never listened to Meteora until, like, 2 years ago. I had obviously heard, like, Faint and Numb, and I think I had heard some of the other, like, singles off of it, but I had never listened to that album until they started doing all the deluxe stuff, and I was like, maybe I do need to give this album a shot.
Well, that's another, like, I think just the singles off of Meteora swipe the singles off of Hybrid Theory so quick. Like, Numb and Faint alone, I think, destroy Crawling maybe not in the end, but, like, Crawling and One Step Closer out of the park.
I would agree, but I would say that A Place for My Head and Points of Authority are better than both of those. Like, the singles on Hybrid Theory are great. I think the deep cuts are where it's really at. And I think the fact that, like, dude who's never going to see this, shout out to my boy
Watch
Ben.
Watch the arm, dude. Watch the arm.
What?
You had it at
Oh, yeah.
You're doing Elon Musk for a second.
Yeah, oops. Yeah, we don't condone that, chat. Yeah, dude who's never gonna see this. Shout out to my boy Ben. My boy Ben, I think I was playing this off of like my iPod in like 7th grade science, and he was just like, there's not a bad song on that album, right? Because I think I was just playing like One Step Closer, Paper Cut, Crawling, like I was just playing the singles, and then he just like opened my fucking mind to just like, oh my god, this is incredible. All right,
It is a good record. Like,
Yeah.
I just,
I mean, again, you and I are in the same spot of 6 is a pretty great ranking as far as this band goes.
yeah.
All right, Meteora time.
Yeah, I was gonna say I couldn't really comment on any of your points without then talking about Meteora. So yeah,
Mediocre. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's number 3. It's number 3 for me, Chad. It's number 1 for Kyle. Jake, where'd you have it?
3.
All right, drink up. Woo!
Oh, is this everyone's number 3?
No. It's not everybody's.
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
It can be if we want it to be.
It could be.
It's close enough. With a 1 from Kyle's more like a 3 from you and me, right, Jake?
What's that? I don't know what that's supposed to even mean.
All right, Kyle. Why do you love this one the best?
Hey, again, I think most of my comments I made about Hybrid Theory kind of stand where it's like the classic Linkin Park that I know and most familiar with, so I'm definitely biased leaning into that. But like Jake said, I think they just took everything that they did in Hybrid Theory and did it better here. I think there's a pattern that I see a lot of times with artists where I call it the album of twos. You get like Model Actress with their Dog's Body album into their Pirouette album. You get Olivia Rodrigo from her Sour to Guts, where it's like, what if we just took everything we did and then fixed it and made it better? We just improved in every aspect. And I feel like that's what Meteora does here.
It's funny because there's a term for what happens, and that's usually the opposite of that, called the sophomore slump.
I know.
And I feel like more often than not, that is what happens. Like I think of Beartooth's Aggressive as like a pretty bad sophomore slump. I think of Crown the Empire's, what the fuck was that second album? Something, I don't know, the one with machines. That was definitely a slump in my opinion.
But
People really like that song.
Sophomore
But
slump, you hit the sophomore bump, and that's what we're doing to Meteora. We're bumping it, because
you saw me drinking. Why would you do that?
you let me have 1.5 shots here. Flying for You was awesome. I love like the string sample thing that was going on in that song.
Do you know where that's from?
I do not. Where's it from?
Wait, no, I'm thinking of.
No, you're thinking of Faint. Faint's James Bond.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like reversed sample from a like 60s Bond film.
Yep.
That's so cool. But there's also these really cool like Bit Crush sounding guitars almost on like Hit the Floor with a really cool riff. Easier to Run was pretty cool. Felt very 2000s. I also felt like the electronic bits on this album I felt like just came off more interesting. Like I felt like they were kind of doing more and catching my attention versus just like being something to like add a little bit of layers. And then by breaking the habit, I think this is similar to what I was saying earlier, where I don't know what critique it was because I didn't write it down, but I felt like every time I would listen to a song and go, yeah, I guess I could say this critique. The very next song would do something that made me not feel that, like, I felt like fixed that critique. So it's like every time I was like, oh yeah, like this was maybe a problem I had with that song, the next song would then fix it. So I think for me, it was like, all right, yeah. By the time I had a problem with, they were kind of changing something up, improving on something else, adding something different, which I think was really great. Nobody's Listening was really great, really cool sample, and I liked the more rap-focused style of that song. And yeah, obviously, like again, same thing with Hybrid Theory. I'm not going to sit around and write a whole thing about all the Numb, because do we really need me to talk about how awesome Numb is? No, we do not.
No, we don't need you. Just I don't think anybody needs to prop up Numb any more than it already is. I didn't realize, again, coming off of somebody who like listened to this album for the first time in 2023 or whenever the hell I did it. I didn't know that Numb was the closing track. That rocks. And that is one of the few times I feel like they stick the landing on the closing track throughout their whole discography. I feel like a lot of the time they're fucking that shit up, like in the point of like Sharp Edges was a fuck up. I think Hybrid Theory fucks up the landing. I think Minutes to Midnight fucks it up. I think like this one gets it right. Obviously, I think Thousand Sun gets it right.
Thousand Suns was great.
I don't really know beyond that. I think I enjoyed the ending of From Zero.
That was Good Things Go.
Yeah, I think I like that one a lot. I can't really remember, if I'm being honest. I listened to a lot of music, a lot of Linkin Park in these last month.
Yeah.
Which is why I need to start doing what you... The problem is, Kyle, I listen to it while I'm driving, so I can't just like take notes on each song as I go.
I
I
do
gotta
it when I
start
work from home.
I gotta start doing it while I'm like just doing desk work at work.
Yeah.
And do like all that kind of stuff. Meteora is fucking great, y'all. I figure we all know this, considering we don't have it below 3 collectively. And actually, looking at the track list, I'm like, there are a lot of songs I really like on here. But again, I just think it sounds too clean. I think the drums aren't fucking loud enough for one goddamn thing. I think the drums are a little too quiet and a little too fucking brought back for what is such like a rhythmically important style that they're doing here. And when my favorite tracks are all the ones where like most of the track is an electronic thing on like this like new metal album, we would call it, like I don't think that really goes in favor of it. But again, there's so many good songs that are like really heavy, like Hit the Floor, like you said. Lying From You is awesome. Somewhere I Belong, I think, is like a more like recessed one. Same thing with like, I would say like Faint. I think Breaking the Habit is an all-timer from this fucking album. I think that is like, that's like one of the coolest things they did on this album. And I have loved that one for a while. I think I didn't even associate it with this album. And then like, was it Sessions, like the funky little one?
Yeah, that's the, hey, we gotta give Joe Hahn a song.
Yeah. I just love when they give Joe Hahn a song, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. Figure 9 or Figure 09. I like that one. That came on Coming Home.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the fucking You Become a Part of It. Yeah, okay. I mean, again, it's a great fucking album. I just like Hybrid Theory and Thousand Suns better. Like that's really all it comes down to. I have like no nostalgia for this album somehow because I don't know how I just skipped it growing up, and I think that's.
You ever play Need for Speed Most Wanted?
No.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Wild.
We got to go through like at some point, probably another podcast episode. We got to go through like video game soundtrack episode to just like list off some. I do have my contender for the best one of all time, and it's Saints Row 2.
I never played enough of that to know the soundtrack for it.
If you don't believe me, go look up that soundtrack and you will be
Okay.
you'll be balling a little bit. If and only if for Fandango by DJ Quick. Unknown Heater.
I think in reality, we all know it's the Minecraft soundtracks that's the best one.
All right, well, okay. That's different. I'm talking about like video game compilation soundtracks, like the Madden 05 soundtrack. That includes
Backcountry's on Saints Row 2.
You're goddamn right it is. So is Face Down by Red Jumpsuit. So is Make Damn Sure by Taking Back Sunday.
It's my cam.
Yep. Teenagers. Is it Revenge or is it Hate by Plain White Tees?
Business was on there.
Yep. It's an incredible soundtrack. Like, even from a rap front, you got fucking I Love It by Jeezy. Oh. Gangsters in the Crowd. Bad Bitches at the Show.
All right.
Hundreds
Jake,
on the table, 20s on the flow.
To say about Meteor.
And I love it.
No, Meteora is fantastic. Like, I think everything I need to say about Meteora, I said dogging on Hybrid Theory.
Yeah, that's fair.
All your
but yeah.
chat. I feel like Meteora has higher highs but lower lows. I respect the opinion, but I disagree because I don't know of a single low on Meteora.
Yeah, looking at it right now, similar to Hybrid Theory, I do not see a single low point here. I couldn't really tell you what From the Inside sounds like, but I'm sure it's good.
From the inside.
Yeah, again, like that.
Okay.
Now the rest of them, I know what they sound like. I can think of the chorus of all these songs for the most part.
Except From the Inside.
And I can think of the cover that the band that we were touring with for the weekend was doing of Somewhere I Belong.
You toured with The Weeknd?
No, we toured with Revenant, and they did a cover of Somewhere I Belong.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I think Meteora just has the iconic like Linkin Park sound. I think that's why it was so hard to kind of like figure out what was going on with some of the other ones.
Okay, we're gonna say it has the iconic Linkin Park sound, as if that sound is not just Hybrid Theory.
Yeah, it builds upon it. It perfects the Linkin Park sound. I think that's what made
Sure.
it hard for me to rank some of the other like Thousand Suns higher. It's like as much as I enjoyed it, it's like it didn't. I didn't hear it and go, "This is the band," you know.
That's fair.
Maybe, maybe
say-
with more time, I would feel that way. But
There is one set. There's like a bit crushed crash symbol that happens, and I think Line from You, and it's like whenever that plays, it hurts because it's like a little too bit crushed.
Now I need to find this.
I think it's like it plays like on the chorus.
I
And
am
it's like a hard.
I am really glad that they were memeing "Lying from You" for a while there, like the sped up version that they were playing alongside that, like when they were doing like the comparison thing.
Nightcore?
No, it was like it was literally just "Lying from You" played faster, and then it would go into some rap song that I don't remember what it is, but it's the "She's a freaky young heir, I'm bisexual."
Oh, that song, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Linkin Park did a song for Twilight.
Huh? Yeah, that
Leave
checks out actually.
Leave out all the rest. From
Oh,
the
well,
Twilight or-
okay,
from the
that's
original.
Minutes to Midnight, and that's a great song. That
Was
one
it
I
on
get a
Minutes to
little
Midnight?
teary-eyed listening to, admittedly.
Yep.
Yeah, that one's
Okay, so
some of these songs are a hard listen with Mr. Bennington's passing.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah. Do we want to just real quick? Where did we put the Jay-Z album and Reanimation?
I did not listen.
Did not listen.
All right.
I hardly had enough time to get through the ones.
Is that your like top right thing you got going on? Is the Jay-Z album and Reanimation up there?
I actually didn't include the Jay-Z albums. I didn't think it was that great. It was just, I mean, it was Jay-Z doing Jay-Z
It's just
shit.
cool.
Yeah, it is just like a fun thing. It's not anything spectacular. But the top right stuff is like the two singles that I think are worth mentioning, and then Reanimation, which is just a bunch of remixes.
What was the other single that's not New Divide?
The one with Steve Aoki.
Huh?
It's so fucking sick. It came out in between Living Things and Thousand Suns. It might have come out after Living Things, but it was a Light That Never Comes.
I think I saw it.
Wait,
at 2013.
what?
It was on Recharge, which is just like another remix record, but it was like you have a remix record, but it has one new song.
Interesting. Thousand Suns live around the world. Midnight live. Okay, they did all that. Iridescent from Transformers 3. Waiting for the end.
Banger.
Okay, it was between Living Things and Hunting Party.
Oh, okay. I'm too far down then. I gotta listen to this then.
Let it go.
I see interview.
They,
Mike Shinoda.
They put it out with their Linkin Park mobile game that also came out in 2013.
Linkin Park mobile game.
Yeah, what was this Linkin
Yeah.
Park mobile game?
It was just like a side scroll. It was like the Ninja Turtles side scroller game, beat 'em up. but with Linkin Park
What?
members. Yeah, it was
How
kinda
do we
sick.
play this? We should have been playing this the whole time we were discussing.
We should have. Oh, I meant to bring up Tamagotchi Life during this.
Oh, what a banger game. Jake, you want to be added to my island?
All right, sure.
The stipulation is everybody on my island is pansexual.
Hell yeah.
All right, cool.
I did the same thing on mine. I was like, everyone's loving each other.
Like, you might get your back blown out by a Solid Snake, but is that really a negative?
You could blow out Solid Snake's back.
That's also true.
Anyway.
Yeah,
I think we're ready to
anyways.
move on to the Wheel of WoW.
Yeah, wheel time. Oh, I got to pull my wheel up.
So, Jake, at the end of each episode, we take turns spinning a wheel twice, and the wheel has a list of artists on it, and then I will pick, since it's Paul's turn, because this was his band, I will then pick one of the 2 bands that get spun on the wheel, and then we will do that 2 months from now, because next month we're doing the one from my list, which was Jesse Ware.
Yeah.
If that made sense, that was very convoluted.
Disco. Do we let? Do
see
I
the
spin
wheel,
twice and do I spin twice and let Jake pick?
Yeah, why not?
That'd be kind of funny. All right.
What?
So what we usually do is we spin this wheel twice and then we pick, so that way like there's some kind of agency for the other person. But I think it's funny having the guest pick it,
Yeah, I'm down.
because then Kyle has 0 agency. All right, spin.
The only one I don't want is Young Gravy, because I don't think I could be wrong. I don't know. But I
Okay,
don't
so
think
what?
that- Okay.
I guess we're spinning for what Kyle's actually doing, because there's no way he picks Chunk no Captain Chunk.
That depends what the other one is.
If the other one's Young
God.
Gravy, I might be.
All right, Chunk no Captain Chunk, or that was a late ad too. Or Periphery. How much do you want to suffer, Kyle? Or I guess Jake, how much do you want Kyle to suffer?
Yeah, how much do
Wait.
you want me to suffer?
I mean,
I believe there is exactly 4 Chunk records and maybe an EP.
how many Periphery albums are there?
Enough. They
There's
should
like 5,
stop. No, because there's Alpha and Omega and Clear, which I will force him to listen to.
Oh, I've never heard Clear.
Clear's great, actually. It's 6-song EP. They let each member write a song.
Okay, I might have to check that out.
All right, let's
Oh,
see here.
no,
We've
it's
got
named after the Goonies. I didn't like that movie.
Gone Are the Good Days, Get Lost, Find Yourself. Mind the 6-year gap between releases there. Pardon My French. Something for Nothing. I thought there was an EP before that. I guess not. Okay, so there's 4 albums. That's all you have to listen to for Chunk. And then Periphery
I'll
has
be
at
honest.
least 8.
Paul, I don't know very much Chunk.
Well, if you want to come back and help me out next 2 months from now.
Yeah, we've got... actually, I don't know when this next Periphery record comes out.
Bro, all these albums just have the P on it. How am I supposed to tell them apart?
You're not.
The number.
All right, you got... Let's see here. You got Periphery 5, Gent is Not a Genre. Oh,
I
this
never
means
listened to that
this
one
means I'm
either.
going to have to actually listen to Periphery 1 finally. If I do that.
Periphery, the new album comes out in 11 days.
Damn!
Ooh.
So wait, that I actually-
Periphery
that
4,
actually
Hail
kinda
Stan, by the way.
That one's sick.
That is a really good album, by the way. Periphery 3, Select Difficulty, Juggernaut, Omega, Juggernaut Alpha, Clear, Periphery 2, and Periphery. I'm not going to make you listen to the fucking 8 remixes of Icarus Lives. You could just go to Guitar Center if you want to hear that.
I think I might say Periphery just because they have one of my favorite songs of all time,
Oh, what's that?
Loon.
Based. That is my drummer's favorite song by them, I believe, as well. That
Yeah,
was the
that's
first song he ever
that was
heard by
super
them, and I'm like, that's a crazy first song for you to hear, but that's a good one.
I don't know enough Chunk to say if that's going to be a good time or not, but I also like
It's not.
Based on their name,
Here's the thing, Jake. I love Chunk No Captain Chunk. It's not a good listen.
all right, then I think that's three people saying Periphery then.
All right.
thank goodness.
It's
I mean, more
Periphery.
albums to listen to, but
And
at
I
least we
guess
got a
we'll
new
have
episode.
Periphery 6 or whatever they're calling this new one.
A pale white dot.
Honestly, I think
Is that what it's
that
called?
makes for a good episode. 'Cause you're like, here's a new one, a new perspective where we can like roast or enjoy.
Well, that's what we did with Jesse Ware just had an album come out this month.
Yeah,
That's
we
why pushed
delayed
her.
because it was coming out in April, and I would have selected her for April, but we were like, oh, the album will be before the album, or the episode will be before the album comes out. So can I just like hold on to that pick, spin the wheel one time, and then pick between those two?
Yeah.
Who was the other one I got on that? Was it Jane Remover?
The first time I don't remember. Well, the first time it was Jesse Ware or Frost Children, and then
And then I picked Frost Children because I was like, let's do
Quadeca.
Ah, it was Quadeca.
Quadeca would have been fun too, though.
I knew it was one of the Danny Brown collective.
One of the internet people.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got Periphery in June. Oh shit.
It's 2 months.
That's Twitch. We don't need that right now. Anything else to say, Jake? You got anything to plug?
Listen to Paul's new record because I'm gonna be doing most of the stuff on it.
You heard it here first, chat. Listen to No Business. Good band.
Let's remember to plug
We'll
that.
put the new Divide synth on, not the new Divide. Well, actually, we might have the new Divide synth on here, but we'll definitely put the Catalyst synth in it.
That's what I'm talking about. Listen, we could do a me and Kyle record with Jake, and then Jake will feel some real pain.
I've been struggling to write music. I've just there's a couple ideas I had, and I just tried, and I was like, everything's going in the trash right now. So
I gotta
trying to take a step back because I have one song
like that. It's like
Yeah.
here, let me spend 8 hours on the same 8-bar loop and then close the session without saving.
Yeah, I remember one time I was like, I'm just gonna make something like ambient, and then I came back the next day and I was like, this is actually garbage. It's like, like I did way too much with it. Like I don't know if you guys ever have that. It's like I'm not even being critical towards myself. It's like this is just garbage. I think I just was like so desperate to do something interesting that I just put so much crap on top of each other.
Hold on, I'm finding the good shit right now. I'm finding the
Again?
I'm finding the old Kyle and I tracks when we lived together.
Oh, no. Those are bad.
Yeah.
I could write a song now. 10 years ago, could not.
Half of them are fucking my things. What the fuck is this?
Probably.
Were you guys at the Towson townhouse together?
No.
We were in Tower
No.
C.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here we go. Goon Squad Wars: Return of the Jedi Trash. Hey, it's on theme.
Yeah, it's getting cut.
Oh, this is so bad. It's I heard the feedback from the snowball mic for 2 seconds, and I was like, yeah, no, I can't listen to it.
Classic snowball mic.
No, we lived together in like the Towson dormitories,
Yeah.
and we were making music in the Towson dormitories with Kyle's version of Logic and a blue snowball.
Well, that was I think I only had GarageBand at that point.
Oh yeah, GarageBand.
Yeah.
I'm downloading it. I'll send it to you, Jake.
Okay.
Hopefully,
I've actually been trying to. Paul, I don't know if you remember that like EDM song I tried making when we lived together, but I've been trying to like rework it and make it actually sound good because I went back and opened it up because I was like, I remember this was pretty cool, and I was like, wow, this sounds like garbage, and I was like, let's see if I can make it sound not garbage.
Yeah, we made some songs, if you can call them that.
Man. That was when to be fair, that's when I first got GarageBand, so that was when I was like first writing music.
Let's see here. Will this actually go?
I was fresh.
Uh-oh. Don't want to do that. I was about to post it in the Discord for everybody to see. That would have been the end of us. I'm pretty sure we say some cancelable shit in this.
There's no way I say anything that bad.
I know you don't. This is me in 2015.
This isn't the one where like we roast each other, is it?
I believe I say something about I want a bunch of dicks in my mouth in the first 10
Okay,
seconds.
that's the one that we roast each other. Oh, mine's so awful. I remember like we were like, oh, let's just like sit down and write disses. It'll be funny. And like I remember like I tried rapping mine. And I got off like I couldn't hear the beat and I got off and I was like, I'm just gonna like say everything now. And I was like, this is garbage.
God.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm
Anyways.
thinking about it.
Yeah. Thanks for being here, Jake. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me, guys. This was
is a
fun.
good one.
Yeah, it's always more fun with guests around.
Yeah.
Tell us how wrong we are. Hopefully
I don't think there were any like head ass opinions on this one. All of it seemed like, yeah, I get it.
Listen, when we had to take a shot first thing, I was like, all right, we're in for a good episode.
I got nervous, to be honest. I was worried we were going to keep working up. But
That was the only one that I was like, that. I feel like that's like everyone, like, yeah, that one exists.
I figured it was either going to be like that or just like something random in the middle, you know?
Yeah.
I figured like maybe we would have all had like I'd have to, I closed my list. But I would have figured maybe we all would have had like hunting party somewhere. Or no, I had that low. I would have figured maybe we would have all had like minutes to midnight around like 4 or 5, which I think we did. I just think we swapped on 4 and 5.
I think mine was 5.
Yeah, I think you were 5. I think Jake and I were both 4, maybe.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. So it was like I figured it was going to be one of those middle ones. I figured maybe somebody liked something off of One More Light, but. Yeah. I guess I had too much faith.
Honestly, when I listened to them as like individual songs in the playlist, I liked them less. When I listened as an album, I think I just got like accumulated to the sound. But like when there was a couple of them where like they came up in the playlist, and I was like, I'm skipping halfway through. That was probably the only one where I was like, no.
Yeah.
Which also is the thing that helps with like most of these, like any of the bands we've done so far.
Yeah, when you start skipping stuff, you're like, all right, I know I don't like this one.
Yeah, but none of the other like bands that we've ever done before, outside of maybe like one like album and or EP, I've probably been like, I do not like this band as a whole. You know, like they might be like, oh, this is bad. Like this is maybe one record.
I think that's the big thing about us having like wheels of bands that we like is we're not going to pick something that we absolutely hate. Like, don't get me wrong, I shit on Chunk No Captain Chunk. I love them, and like, I think that their second album is incredible, and like,
Is that the one Joey did?
Maybe.
I just know the only thing I know about.
No, I think that one was. I think that was Andrew Wade on that one. I think.
I just knew that they had a similar Day to Remember sound, and they worked with Joey Sturgis at one point.
I don't know when that would have happened. It would have either been the first one or the second one, I think. But I'm pretty sure they were working with Andrew Wade, and I think Jeremy was like involved in some way or another.
That makes sense.
Let me see here. Now I want to know.
I think our most negative one probably so far was probably either the Black Country New Road one because you weren't a fan, or the Fall Out Boy one. But that's just because of like the weird middle part of Fall Out Boy.
Yeah, I have to be negative about the. I have to be negative about the post hiatus era.
Yeah.
Lest it happen again. Why do you say
weird middle part of Fall Out Boy? Like it still isn't weird now.
Whoa!
Or not save. Oh my gosh! So much for
Stardust is fantastic.
When did that come out?
2023.
3 years ago.
Oh, I missed this one.
Ooh.
Okay, well, I'm gonna preface this with that first track is gonna make you think that it's doing something very different from what it's doing, but it's very, very good. Because the first track is very much a throwback track, and then the rest of it is like a more modern thing, but I think it's a much better modern thing than what they've been doing for the last like 10 years at that point.
Yeah.
It's worth your time.
I think so.
All right,
we can wrap up now.
Yeah, let's wrap up. Our former, huh?
I said, did you want to say one more thing?
I was just gonna say,
might as well add one more.
I was gonna say, our previous podcast guest is currently playing some game called Gamble with Your Friends, so I think we should raid to him.
Oh yeah. Let's go gamble with our friends.
Let's go gamble with our friends.
How long ago was the August Friends Red one?
That was
That was January.
Yeah, January. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've put out an album since then too, so you gotta add that on there.
Is that out already?
I don't think it's out yet, is it?
Oh, they might just be doing singles. I heard some tea about it on the production side of it, but I'm glad it's finally coming out.
Was this
I heard one of the singles so far, and I actually did.
Was this the one with that guy that we were talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Wait, what? I want to know the tea.
I'll tell it to you once we close out. I don't want to put Jake in jeopardy. Jake works with actual important people. I can't be that bad.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you know. Last thing. My opinions are not Jake's. Don't kill him, please. Important people. Also, Nier Automata is a great fucking game, and I've been waiting to say that the whole fucking time. All right, goodbye. We're raiding Nick.
Yeah, we're out. We're out.
All right, chat.
Wait, Jake, did you ever plug anything that you wanted to plug?
Oh no, I'm just working on Paul's record.
Yeah, he said
Okay.
listen to the new No Business when that comes out in like 2028.
You don't want people to find you
Listen to
anywhere?
Hawk, 'cause I'm working on that now too.
Yeah, Big Hawk.
Working on what? Is that the band name? Big Hawk?
Yeah, Hawk, all caps.
No, it's just called Hawk.
HAW.
It is Big Hawk because it is Hawk all caps, but
Yep.
it's just Hawk. All right, chat. We're raiding to Nick. He's playing Gamble with your friends. I don't know what the fuck's going on my screen. It looks like he's playing Plinko, so great time. Yeah, thanks for watching the podcast. Hopefully I'll be able to stream more this week with more Tamagotchi Life, and I think I'm going to start Control. All right, cool. Bye.
Have you not played Control?